Last time on Metanoia Blues, the crew of the Ephemeral Chaos did battle with two wild elementals that they had lured to the surface, working valiantly to trap them in a magic circle and keep each other alive. With quick tactical thinking as the fight unfolds, both are drawn into the trap and turn into a fiery tornado on Mount Akundor. The fire elemental is successfully drawn into the prepared core. Then Willow lobbed in Fishdog. With a final push, the crew absorbed the air elemental into its dragon shard heart. They secured not one but two elementals for the repair of the Kraken Slayer. Scorched and victorious, our adventurers hiked back down to the Sundown Inn, where they had a hearty meal to celebrate, but the night wasn't over. While Willow turned their efforts to the Kraken Slayer and Luca conversed with Yuzu, Mei informed En that their arm was smoking, and excused themselves to the bathroom to look in a mirror. They found their arm disintegrating, the cracks in their skin even deeper now. A chasm opened up in the wool behind them. At first, En thought it was a hallucination, a common problem since they gained their Warlock Pact, but when they turned to check, they found that the crack in reality was actually there. They closed it, but En spent the rest of the evening racked by horror. They're getting stronger, no doubt. But what does that mean? We pick up, I think, the next morning. You all successfully sleep through the night. I want to say, since En crashed first, you are the first to wake up.
Wakey, En and Bakey.
It's just me, no breakfast. Unless Bjorn's up at this ugly hour.
Unlikely.
Yeah. I imagined En, crashed on one of the sofas. Just, collapsed and then blacked out, essentially. And they kind of wake with a start. And I seem to recall they have been
fully burritoed.
Yeah, they've been snoodled in this time. So...
By Mother Luca.
Mm-hmm.
Sister Luca.
It's... Keep adding them to your list, I guess. And jolting awake is kind of encumbered by the fact that their limbs are no longer loose. It's just like this burrito.
Yeah, you
jerking.
You feel
awake.
like a caterpillar.
Yeah. Like, what the hell? Before they fully realize what has happened. Yeah. And then they look around, see if anyone else is awake. What's the state of things? Is the sun up?
I'm gonna say it's pre-dawn. So there's a sort of graying light on the outside, but it's not really bright yet. Your companions are asleep around you on the various futons and so on. Luca, Varys, Willow.
Yeah, and no sign of Yuzu or Mei or Claptrap or Bjorn.
Not in this room, but if you want to, you can make a perception check.
Sure. What's up? Oh, 16. Not bad.
Okay. You sort of poke your head into the hallway. You can hear sort of the distant snore of Bjorn. So he and Claptrap are probably asleep. There's sort of the smell of tea steeping, so Yuzu might be in a trance, or she might be just steeping tea, doing her own thing in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and also does a long, dragging look over the walls of the room as they're like slowly sitting up, just to check that the infrastructure is as not cursed as they left it. Make sure there's no, cracks appearing anywhere that ought not to exist in this reality.
All the seeming cracks or splinters in this room appear to be purely from weathering. There are no strange voids or unsettling noises in this room.
That's good. I imagine and like half burritoed, looking over the back of the sofa at the wall, like half submerged, eyes peering over, and then looking at the rest of the room. You look down it, and there's like there's a big old hairball dust bunny. Well, I'll accept that. Better than the alternative in my mind. But yeah, once they're secure in the fact that they did not open a portal to Zoriat in their sleep or something, they'll wiggle their way out of the burrito and try to just gingerly make their way to the door to get outside.
Okay. Are you, rolling a stealth check, or?
That's entirely up to you.
You'll just leave it then. Yeah.
Yeah.
You head outside.
And steps out the door and gently closes it, kind of skitters a little bit of distance from the building. Feels better not having walls around them after what occurred in the bathroom. They have their book with them, and it's kind of hugged to their chest as they kind of steal away into the dawn, as it were. They're very alert. They still don't really know what happened, and they kind of, after they had, an hour-long breakdown, they just kind of passed out, so they have not really processed that beyond the lizard brain. So they just have this prickling sense of danger, even though they don't know, it could come from without or within. It's kind of the sense, and it just leaves them very unsteady as they're kind of scouting around for a place that's not too far, but is at a distance from the sundown, like maybe in a bit of woods or just somewhere they can go and ground themselves away from everyone else.
Yeah, that's relatively easy to do. You just walk maybe 2 minutes off to the side into the brush.
Yeah, good enough. They don't feel safe being around everyone right now, quite frankly. Not as in they feel like the others are going to hurt them, but more like they don't know what happened. And if they are now just a ticking time bomb of a person, because that was weird. So they stroll into kind of a wooded area and just take it in for a bit, touching the trees and scanning the surroundings, trying to take note of little things. It's kind of like when they used to do people watching back in Sharn, except this is a bit more of a grounding technique. Just try and pick up on the little minute details. And granted, they're not as good at picking up on the minute details of nature, but how different from people are plants anyway. It's fine. It makes sense. It doesn't make sense. Anyway, that's what N's brain is kind of trying to do while they wander around until they finally just find a tree and sit down, settle themselves a bit. And well, there's one place they can go for answers that isn't Willow Fender Jenkins Khorvaire. So,
cheers.
N, who still has their book kind of just hugged to their chest, will finally lay it down on their lap, open it up, and turn to one of their blank pages. Sit there for a moment, just kind of staring at it, and until they just finally write the obvious question of, you wouldn't happen to know what that was, would you?
A new spell.
Spell. Because it looked a little more to me like... And, like, wiggles their hands in the air and then drops their fist into the dirt like they don't know how to explain it now. It even feels fuzzy in memory. But, like... I mean, most of my spells have been mental, right? That was outside of me.
Like I said, the power is changing.
Right. I mean, the thing with my arm, that wasn't entirely unexpected. And rubs at their arm a bit, feeling that it's still solid there. I don't know, I had this feeling that the magic might break me down at some point. But I always thought it would be my problem. Be me. It would be something that I could just randomly crack open in a bathroom, or, where someone else, like Willow or Luca or Varys and the Chaos, just that cracking open on the ship. What if that happened? What if I couldn't control it? That would be their problem then, not mine.
The eye remains quiet for a while, and you can tell that it is trying to sort of find words of how to phrase this. Make an Arcana check.
Okay. That's a 9.
Dang.
Yeah. The eye described it as a spell, but truly, like, all of your knowledge of spellcraft falls short here.
Mm-hmm.
This is not like producing a fireball or using magic to influence someone's mind, or like conjuring something.
Yeah, and part of what freaks Anne out about it so much is, they feel like they didn't do that. It just happened so spontaneously, out of nowhere, that's kind of one of the freakiest parts about it for them. That they didn't have intent in that moment. They weren't in danger in the bathroom. They weren't having a, extreme emotional reaction like so many of their other spells have manifested. This happened so randomly in their mind. It's like, well, with the other stuff, there was some degree sense of control about it because I was in danger, and I feel like I can twist that rush of adrenaline into something to inflict on my enemies. But in this particular case, it's just like I existed here and this happened. So now, how does that bode for the future when I'm in confined spaces with my allies? Am I a danger?
Like, as you think about that, and you like keep skipping over the word randomly, it happened randomly, and you feel a little nudge from the eye as it reminds you what you had done earlier in the day.
The more you draw on the power, yes, it runs dry after a while, but you are digging from a very deep well.
So I suppose sometimes things get churned out when you're digging deep.
Something like that. I think you've reached deeper than you have before.
I'll say, so I'm starting to make breaks in reality. I could close it at least, so that's a relief. And, like, rubs their hand down their chin and stares out into an empty plot of nature. I could close it. That wasn't so hard. They put their hand on the tree trunk and kind of slowly rise to their feet. Feel a lot better if I knew I could do that twice over. Think you can make that happen again?
The eye replies to you.
The way to master the unknown is to find out.
Well, feel a lot better going back to the sundown if I know I'm not gonna consume it in darkness. Oh. And claps their hands, spreads them out. Let's test it on the squirrels first, I guess.
Okay.
All right. And it's just gonna kind of try and focus on what they felt the moment that happened. What they saw, the entire experience, going back there, trying to recreate it, and like transpose it onto how they understand how to initiate their magic, and extends a hand out to a patch of dirt and gravel and grass and underbrush. And just there. What if I wanted that to occur there? Could I make that happen if I focused hard enough on the feeling of opening that doorway I felt myself close? Just a little bit.
You focus your energy, and could you please post the description of your spell?
Yes.
Ooh. Ooh.
So you try and focus and make a small tear, and in that moment, you realize, oh, I can't make it small.
Oh. Good to know, I say as it explodes. Just before it explodes out.
So a 20-foot radius sphere.
Uh-huh. I imagine Anne's trying to do this like kind of close to them, so it literally is like a second experience of the time the elemental and the chaos exploded on me, except it's my own magic, and it's me launching myself backwards as I'm like I try to crack the door open, and then I feel the eldritch energy on the other side just like come barreling through. Like, ah shit, and back up.
Yeah, it's like when you try and like shake a little bit of sauce out of the bottle, and it's the whole splat comes out. It's like, oh. Yeah, this is like, oh, I can't make this any smaller. This is a big thing. Yes, so a 20-foot radius sphere of blackness and bitter cold appears. And the fun thing about you is that, like, you can see its darkness. You can see that it's magically created, but you can also see that you can see through it.
Mm-hmm.
There is sort of like a sudden jarring, like, fear feeling as you like rip this little like sphere of reality open. The ragged edges of darkness, you can feel sort of the cold like leeching away the warmth from you, like not enough to hurt you, but you can feel the chill in the air.
Mm-hmm.
As this thing emerges, and within you can see sort of tendrils of something coming through. It's not suspended on the floor or anything like that. It's sort of just like poking through everywhere within the sphere itself, these sort of strange milky tendrils that sort of slurp and whisper and make horrible, unsettling noises like the ones that you heard in the bathroom.
Yeah, Anne's like back pressed against a tree, hands braced on it, eyes wide on the edge of this thing, just like staring at it because they had not anticipated the size of it. And it was a lot smaller the last time. So much for mastery. And like just standing there prickled, staring at it, stunned, a little bit terrified. They look over their shoulder like, did anyone see this?
Make a perception check.
Oh my gosh, please.
Like wide-eyed, bristled cat. That's a 10. That's about tracks.
Yeah, you just like, you glance over your shoulder, you don't think you can see anything because like the sound emanating from this is so loud to you, and the like all of your senses are primed on this source of danger, even though you're the one that summoned it. Is
yeah, and it's big, like leaning away from it, big eyes. It's like, don't like this. Discomfort. Discomfort.
Yeah, you are still maintaining concentration on the spell.
Yes,
you can feel that.
Yeah.
Like as you like let it linger, you can see that there's like ice forming on the trees, like on the like leaves and stuff. That's just like, it's freezing solid, and then you hear like the sort of hissing of like the caustic nature of these strange tendrils caressing over them.
Yeah, and just standing there stunned watching this. Like, this is so much more than the other stuff they've done. Like, they've caught on fire, they've assaulted mines, but that's different. This is different.
Yeah. This is hugely different. This is a new level of horror that you didn't know you were capable of, but you are now. And as you're like standing with your back up against the tree, just watching the effect of your spell, could you roll the damage for me, like, let's say 3 times?
God. Both kinds of damage?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's 1, 6, 8, 10 cold. So, and then 7, 10, 2.
Whoa. Thank you for rolling
So
one.
that's-
That's not incredible.
14 cold damage. Nope. No, 24 cold damage. And 20.
Yeah, 20.
No,
19.
19 acid damage. So as you just like watch the like frost spread over leaves and ground and tree bark, and the like tendrils sort of slowly carve away like caustic stripes of acid damage, you hear the sound of Varys Greenleaf saying, "En?"
Oh, that's enough now! And like claps their hands to shut whatever this is up. Tries to shut down
And
the spell.
immediately the moment you drop the spell, it drops.
Yeah.
And all that's left behind is the evidence of it.
And staring at that, tries to like shift their body so it's between that and Varys. They're 5'2" body between
Against
like,
the 40-foot sphere
of like what 30 something damage to the environment. Yes, that is what I'm trying to do.
Varys comes up and like you see him, he's like maybe 30 feet away, has like just come around the corner, saw you like back up against the tree and like this sphere of darkness, and then he sees it drop at your command and like is like, are you all right?
Oh yeah, I'm fine. How are you?
Varys tilts his head.
And standing
Make a
there stiff as a
deception
board with the book.
To make a deception check with disadvantage. Oh, come on, Varys.
Yeah, I can give Varys advantage, you know. Go ahead. Let him roll again. Yeah, that seems right. That seems right. It's a nat 20 against my 9 deception. And standing in the middle of chaos and destruction. How are you today?
Varys looks at you, and then like you see his eyes sort of flick over your shoulder at the like sort of thawing ice and like smoking leftover acid. He goes, "I'm fine. You're clearly not, though." He steps closer, sort of slowly.
And
like he's trying not to startle you.
yeah, and I've definitely got the energy of like, you know, when you see a cat on the street and you try to approach it, and it's like it's not prickling at you, but you know if you approach it the wrong way, it's gonna scatter.
Yeah.
And like looks at him, looks over at this destruction, looks back at him. The wildlife in Orthos sure is something, huh?
Varys just pulls like the flattest. His mouth turns into like the flattest line as he looks at you. It's like, we're not stupid.
And like just sinks into their book. I'm sure Willow would debunk me in 5 seconds flat anyway. There's probably no ice-breathing, acid-breathing, traveling voids in Orthos. But
no.
It's nothing you have to worry about. All under
Varys
control.
like steps a little bit closer.
Every time he makes a move, and just like stops. Looks at him wide-eyed, arms hugging the book.
He's got his hands up, like just sort of calming gesture. You feeling all right?
Oh yeah, I'm feeling fine. I just it's just a bit of a rough night, so I just came out here to get some air.
Why don't you stop lying and just tell me how you feel?
It's fine. You don't have to worry about it. You have a whole airship to worry about. Willow has a whole airship to worry about. You don't have to worry about this. I have it under control.
I'd feel a lot less worried if you told me what was going on, Anne.
And just sighs. They know he's right, and they know they're going to tell Willow later. And he's probably going to hear it. So, kind of put their head in their hands and rub at their brow a bit. Like, what are you doing? Hey, so when you woke up, there was nothing weird about the sundown, right? Like, you didn't see anything, say, when you went to wash your face in the morning or anything?
He shakes his head.
Okay, good. Because I don't know if you saw that, and like, points at the wanton destruction behind them.
The sphere of darkness that vanished when I called your name and left behind.
The sphere of darkness that
like
devoured the environment. Yes, that sphere of darkness. Something similar happened in the sundown with me alone in the bathroom last night. And kind of freaked me out because I hadn't seen it before.
Understandable.
But you don't have to worry. It's under control. It's just my magic being weird. It does that sometimes. So it's really no big deal.
Hmm. You know, it's all right to be a little bit alarmed by sudden power surges.
Yeah, that's kind of all I've been doing for the past 6 months.
Barris is now, like, sort of arm's length away from you.
Yeah, and has stopped kind of reeling back from his approach. It just looks kind of exhausted now.
He comes up to you and just, like, signals, is it all right to touch you?
Yeah, and just kind of tilts their head like, yeah, go ahead.
He gives you a pat on the shoulder over where your arm was disintegrating last night.
Den's eyes
Says-
start to that.
Feels solid. Skin on skin. Normal. Even.
Well, that's a relief. It was probably
You're...
Hmm?
You first.
I was just gonna say, it's probably just some sort of byproduct of what happened at the dragon's nostrils. I just went a little overboard, probably. But I'm all fixed up now.
Yeah, I was going to say you were quite the powerhouse yesterday.
Well, to our benefit, it went rather well.
You know that all of the crew trusts you, right?
Yeah?
Implicitly.
I mean, obviously, I wouldn't use this power on you guys. That's what made it so weird when this thing just opened up at the sundown behind me. I wasn't being attacked. Nothing was happening. It was there. And like I said, I have it under control, so you don't have to worry about it. But it's not even about trust. It's... And shrugs.
Maris squeezes your shoulder, puts his other hand on your other shoulder, and just sort of looks at you. We trust you, N. And whatever strange magic is going on with you, you know that we're there to help, whether it be to be backup in your experiments. If something's going wrong, we know that you can call on us, right?
His eyes kind of are averted as Vera says that, but they're listening.
So you don't have to lock yourself up in a bathroom alone with the horrors. Trust me, it's a lot easier to deal with unknowable terror when you've at least got company.
Yeah, I suppose we both have a little bit of experience with that one, don't we? And leans back and sighs. I really just want to not distract Willow from things for like 3 days, at least.
Well, if you've got it all under control, then we can wait to tell them. Just wanted to check in and make sure you're doing okay. Willow doesn't have to be the only one that's responsible for everybody's well-being.
Oh, thanks. And peers back towards the destruction again. just remind me to save that one for people we really don't like.
Aris looks. Now that would have made short work of the Hydra.
Yeah, dang, if only the unknowable horrors were timely instead of popping up at the worst conceivable moment.
Well, who knows, maybe it had a mate or offspring somewhere. Can get that reward from the Vidalis office, after all.
We got any luck left, maybe.
He, like, claps you on the shoulder and starts, like, guiding you away. Come on, it's early enough. I think Bjorn started making breakfast.
That's a relief. Already feel hungry just from that. Have I ever told you how much that spellcasting thing takes out of my stomach? I'm always hungry.
Oh, I can imagine.
Way more than I used to be. It's infuriating, really.
Yeah, Varys commiserates with you of like, yeah, better too hungry than like not hungry at all. At least then you know you're alive.
Well, yeah, I guess. You have a point there.
And he talks about like when his mark first flared up and like he started playing with it as like he was figuring out what powers he could. Every time he like burned it out, he was just like ravenous after. But then again, he was like a teenager at the time, so maybe that had more to do with growth spurt than magic, but could be a little bit of both.
Yeah.
So, you return to the sundown. What's everybody else doing?
I think I would probably be next to wake up.
I mean, Luca wakes up pretty early on the regs.
Yeah, you probably both wake up like around the same
similar.
time.
Yeah. Not like too important, but I think the main thing is Willow wakes up probably at the first sign of dawn, birds, I guess. And will immediately, like losing no momentum at all, head out the front door.
Mm-hmm.
What's their vibe as they leave?
Urgent, I guess.
Can I ask where they're going?
I think they get out I think the door closes on you, like it's quick. Out in their slippers. I would like to, once outside, if alone, it's pretty quick. And I'd like to pull out I'd like to check, just nebulously, what's around.
Make a perception check.
8.
It's a peaceful morning at the sundown. Clear
Weather?
skies, little
Clear
bit of
skies.
clouds, like just like mostly sunny. Just sort of thin, streaky, high clouds wafting overhead.
Willow's. I just realized that, like, we're in slippers. I imagine we're in like a little slides scenario, but and usually Willow would like stop to put on their. They probably hurriedly pulled on their boots. They wouldn't want to be caught with their shoes off, I guess, outside. They're gonna sort of take out their spyglass and have a closer look at that horizon.
Okay. You scan the horizon with your spyglass. Make another
19.
Okay. Yep. Clear skies, clear horizons. You gaze down at the port of Blackrock and see, like, a couple of seafaring ships coming in slowly. couple of fishing boats heading out.
Okay. Willow does a few sniffs of the air as well, I think, with the perception. It's not just their vision, it's also just like trying to tell if there's, and you can like sort of. There's so many different ways to tell if a storm's coming.
Yeah.
Willow's also just kind of like, I think, standing there, and you can feel it in your fur as well, like for Willow, or like in your hair, back of your neck kind of thing. Well, back of their neck is currently scarred, so it's a bit stingy, but that's neither here nor there. That's magically healed.
Yeah.
Anyway, moral of the story, coast is clear. I think just as quickly as they came out, Willow settles, like exhales finally, and then we'll sort of slowly head back inside. If Luca was going to follow them out, he'll probably catch them in the doorway.
No, he'll wait.
Okay.
Patient.
Well, Willow's heading back in.
He'll ask them, any clouds?
Pretty clear.
Good.
Good morning.
Morning.
I'm going to every single person. I'm going to insight check this morning.
Well,
Anne's not there, so there's your insight check.
yeah. Anne and Varys are both like off somewhere.
Weird. Not that weird, but
What you want to know, baby boy?
how you are? Any leftover feelings, vibes, bad, like injuries from yesterday, I guess.
I mean, he's still in bed, so that probably tells you something.
Okay, good. Have rest.
Back at ya. Oh, it's a 10.
Willow's alert, I think. I think you can tell their bandana's
Zany?
not on yet. And not zany. Their bandana's not on, but you can just tell by the movement of their ears, sort of like picking up a lot of noise. I think they've noticed that Anne and Varys aren't here, and they're like, where are they?
Radar's going. Okay.
Yeah.
Willow wakes up like someone who doesn't have the groggy period, in between. It's no like
Just,
yawn.
like, snaps awake.
Yeah. It's just
They have a really
absolutely, like,
obnoxious ringtone alarm sound. Luca has the gentle, like, peaceful morning rise.
Yeah. And it's just
Yeah.
Willow wakes up
Anne
to a
wakes up
series
to
of the vine boom noise.
Yeah.
no, Anne wakes up to like the Kill Bill sirens. Exactly.
Man. And Varys, I don't know. Does Varys get a normal one? Absolutely not.
Whale noises somehow.
Oh no! He's been underwater. He'd know what that sounds like.
Yeah, that's why it wakes him up.
He's like, oh shit! Okay, no, we're good.
I think Luca would ask Willow what their plan for the day is, like, to encourage them to settle a bit,
They're not that zany. I think you don't feel the need to. Oh, you got a shit insight, so never mind. Sorry. Willow will say, yeah, I'll go through the plans when everyone's at the dinner table. No point repeating myself 5 times.
A breakfast table.
Where we eat.
It changes.
Willow's gonna walk around, like, fantastic early morning small talk. I'm gonna go try and find Anne and Varys.
I don't think you get to do that as Bjorn is awake and you run into him in the hallway and he says, "Oh, good morning. I was just about to make breakfast. What do you want?"
Sorry, Bjorn immediately makes Willow go, "Ah!" Like, just like everything's cozy and nice.
Yeah, exactly.
I want that. Give me Bjorn.
He's right there. When he asks, I think Willow's tail immediately starts wagging. Oh, what do you have?
Well, I made omelets the other day and we still have some flour and eggs and probably some vegetables left over. And you just sort of get caught up in like Bjorn's slow, methodical talking as he like walks over to the kitchen, and like you accompany him.
Yeah.
Sort of like trot beside.
I don't have any power over this too. I'm just listening to him go through the lists. I feel like he'll arrive at a good conclusion, and Willow would just go, "That sounds great."
Yeah.
It's just an opportunity for him to find his thoughts, really.
Yeah. And like as Bjorn is making probably like some little
Can I ambush him?
Don't think so.
Is Willow with him in the kitchen?
Yes. Or like, yeah, you like there's no need to ambush because you can clearly hear them.
Never mind.
Like, it also like they have to walk through the living area to get to the kitchen, so like there's probably a hello in there.
Never mind.
Somewhere. Sorry.
That's okay. I have time.
Yeah, I think Bjorn is probably making like sort of the equivalent of like toasted English muffins or like crumpet type things. Little fruit salad and like vegetable scrambled eggs.
Oof.
Good hearty breakfast. You've got a big day of work ahead of you.
I'll help prep out of habit, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like washing vegetables and setting out plates and stuff. Making sure that like whatever was left over from last night gets washed up and put away.
If Luca's
also invited.
Yeah, I was gonna say I might like poke out, but I want him to rest and do whatever he wants. But like, yeah.
I think Luca is offering you this time with an old companion.
Oh, if that's the case, then Willow's gonna lean out and like nod, like you can come.
I mean, he's still lying in bed, so.
Okay, well, the offer is there wordlessly. Yeah.
He did get thrown around by several elementals, so.
Oh, we both died yesterday, so you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Luca needs his beauty sleep.
Okay, well, I'm helping prep breakfast.
And sort of midway through, you hear the door open and Varys and return back chatting.
Yeah, probably about food.
Yeah.
Yeah, Luca
First
is
one's for N,
insights.
second one's for Varys. Oh my.
Oh.
Yep, that makes sense.
Okay.
5 and 8.
Let's get Luca.
On the
Both of us
case.
just beep, 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 beep. At you guys.
So that's for one of you. And that's for the other one. I'm going to say N and then Varys as well.
Okay.
Right. Oh. Did we do persuasion checks?
Sure.
Oh
15.
my. Liars?
I can see N. What's N vibing at the very least?
Still a bit tense, I think. You can tell they're feeling tense. Not about Varys. I think that like Varys isn't the cause. Just they seem a little shaken.
Yeah. Like, I think the impression you get is like basically like Varys has his hand on N's shoulder, so like the body language is there of like Varys is doing fine, N is a little rattled but coming down off it. And they're just like chatting amiably about food and remark on the lovely smells.
Luca pats the chair that he's like lying against. Like, and looks like they need to come back to bed for a little bit.
I don't need to lay down. I think I need to do anything but lay down, but I appreciate the offer.
Come lie with Luca.
Were you the one that burritoed me?
Who can say?
I can say I've seen your handiwork before. And N's gonna hold up the book that they've had hugged to their chest, and now you're gonna pay for it, and they're gonna try to hit you gently in the head, like just a little bop. The gentlest bop, really not trying to inflict damage, just bop you.
He will take it.
Luca takes
Really,
a
I
book
had-
bop to the head and
Yeah.
goes a little,
Really, I
still
had someone
bedheaded.
Yeah.
to burrito me. And he rolls under his blanket.
Oh, you must be really tired from yesterday.
I was surprised there. I kind of had front row seats to, and draws a finger in the air, just like mimicking the arc they watched Luca go on as
Yeah.
he was thrown.
Not all of us have magic that carries us through the wind.
I just thought your girth would, keep you a little more rooted to the.
So did I, honestly.
It was a very impressive hurl through the air. I'll give it that.
I feel like I got some good distance.
You really did. The problem was you stopped moving at the other end of it.
I will say Luca's bedhead is extremely floofy because he does take his braid out every night and does it again in the morning. So it's like flopping
Yeah.
all over the place.
Yeah, it's really fluffed. It's rare to see Luca sloppy style.
Yeah.
That being a reference to Mr. J the cat.
Sure.
It is.
Yeah.
I'm putting
Yeah, I agree.
Just
It is.
when Luca's the problem here, not you.
Yeah. Yes.
That's fair.
What is it? The braid?
Yeah, I think
Anyway,
joking around with Luca obviously helps them settle down a bit. Like they seem a little more comfortable in the room now, like being inside.
I think Willow, your failed perception check is basically like you hear them come in and like you hear the chatter, but like you're distracted by Bjorn.
There he
It
is.
does
again.
seem like every time I try and like look over my shoulder and look at something, like it's like an eclipse kind of moving in front of me,
Yeah.
like just his vibe all the time. Like because I'm in the kitchen with him, it's probably not a very large kitchen, and he's a very large person. So I think like every time Willow
Yes.
turns, it's like Bjorn's back, and then there's something to do. Like
Yeah.
I was like, they need to chop some friggin' spring onions or something,
Yeah.
So yeah, I just like his the way he floats around the kitchen is very like
Yeah.
Like a shark.
distracting. Like a shark?
Oh, I just
Actually,
realized
the
he's
way
got,
that I imagine
like,
him passing in
shark
front of the
coloring.
camera is very shark-like. But yeah, setting the table for you guys making food.
I am the food now. I am a burrito.
I think like at some point Yuzu wafts in, makes tea, wafts back out, distributes tea.
Where's May? Does she wake up before noon, or is she that kind of teenager?
He takes
You
a
have
siesta.
no idea. May is in her room, whatever she is doing. You do not know if she is asleep or awake.
Deciding
She's
which
also an
pair
elf.
of ripped jeans to wear.
Yeah.
Sorry, college student, that kind of college student.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, you all settle in for breakfast. Claptrap is there as well. You're having tea and little toasted crumpets and scrambled egg. Smells delicious. Tastes delicious.
One thing that someone might pick up on is the fact that N is eating a bit like they do after a fight.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're eating. You've seen N eat plenty of breakfasts. You know, like about
Yes.
what their morning appetite is like. This is bigger than that.
Mm-hmm.
Can I make like a little perception, like investigation maybe? No.
Investigation.
This would be inside. This would be inside.
I'm looking at them physically though.
But you're trying to
Still
insight
inside.
why they're
Okay.
eating more. more than usual.
Oh, that's a 17.
Ah, it's a
Yeah, wait a minute.
17.
I want it to be higher. I want the biggest number.
Yeah, so Luca, you definitely pick up on the fact that N is eating more than their standard breakfast portion.
And I can usually tell. I could probably tell this is because they had a physically, potentially magically exertion-y day yesterday.
Damn, well, Bjorn's really taking a note of you.
No, I have thoughts after.
Yeah. You've both seen N eat a lot of breakfast. You've also seen how N eats after they've used lots of spells or been in combat, and this is more akin to that.
Luca puts a little bit of extra fruit on their plate.
And just accepts it.
I think Willow notices because it's that kind of like, I helped make
Yeah.
breakfast, so Willow's like very aware of how people are eating it. But I think I was just going to say before, I wasn't going to roll an insight because I think Willow's... I'm taking it that Willow's opening crap insight rolls, I'm not going to like know well enough to check again. That's like how I'm making that survive that long. And I rolled another 5 to prove my point. And I think the main thing is like Willow's complete lack of insight means they're going to be like, oh, still hungry from yesterday. You did deal quite a bit of damage
Yeah.
from what I saw. And I was unconscious for a little part of it, so I suppose I didn't see all
If
of
you
it.
had to put
Probably-
a number, it would be like over 150 something.
You just have to put a number to the amount of damage and inflicted.
It would be
Well,
most of it.
Considering what I saw and then considering what I saw afterwards, you did most of the damage.
Mm-hmm.
Willow will raise a toast to N's wild, destructive energy.
Happy to help. And says, lifting their glass to Willow.
And you protected me. You're my knight in
And your
shining
wild-
armor.
Constructive energy. Willow toasts again. I feel like Claptrap's very like, ugh, every time Willow does a toast.
Yeah.
Again.
Claptrap is just like chewing.
Does he have like a booster seat? Or are we sitting on the
Yes.
floor? Yes.
I imagine we're probably sitting on the floor or like low chairs, but like he does usually like have gnomes usually do have taller chairs with little steps in them so that
The
they
little
can
bar
get up.
stools, they have the little like
Yeah.
rings at the on the base to step up on.
So Varys brings up the subject of like, so what are the plans for today?
Willow like jumps at it like they've been waiting for the prime opportunity to start talking about it, but they don't want to ruin breakfast. They're trying to like, everyone get like some food in their bellies before I start telling them about the plan for the day. Willow will place down their drink and sort of give that everyone ready to hash it out because I have some thoughts.
Ash holds up hash
Look.
brown.
Go for it.
Banger. Yeah, cool. Willow will start telling you guys, well, I will not be going down to Blackrock today. Today, my focus, Claptrap's focus, and Mr. Green, Chris, are going to be working on the Kraken Slayer. However, the work will go faster if we have some extra spell components from down in Blackrock.
And gives a nod and kind of looks to Luca. So I suppose since the two of us aren't great mechanics, but we are great shoppers.
I'm
our
a
work is cut
fantastic
out.
mechanic.
And like starts imagining Luca just punching an engine.
Until it works. That's what you do.
I just see
Hit it
like,
until it works.
Yeah, pretty much. What is it? Percussion maintenance.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is my favorite type of unjarring things. That's what I do to every jar. Tap it on the bench and it opens. It's amazing.
Yeah.
You say that.
Single
Bjorn
wrench
says,
and a tin of WD-40 and Lucas set.
yeah. Bjorn says, I need to do some grocery shopping as well, so...
Between the
probably-
two of you, I bet you could carry a lot. Just Bjorn and Luca, like big arms, you could carry a lot of vegetables or whatever back.
Lucas looking at Bjorn like, could I carry him? feel like Willow could probably tell that's what he's thinking.
How much can I lift?
Yeah.
Can I lift
Could I
you?
bench him?
I think Willow's looking at Luca and is like, before he says that out loud, I'm going to say other things. It'll be good if you can show them around Blackrock, actually. Don't think there's any harm in you being seen all together. Except, I suppose, for the man with the... Willow doesn't remember how much... Have they all seen your porcelain arm?
They have now, yeah.
They have? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Claptrap
it's
would've.
been out.
Okay, Willow's going to say then...
Once you introduced yourself, Luca was like, I have no reason in hiding myself now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Willow's going to say, well, except for being seen with the man with the porcelain arm, and you. Willow looks at Anne. Is May May here yet?
Yes, May May has been here for a while. It is just sort of like
She slid in earlier.
observing.
Yeah, I think Willow's gonna look at her, like sort of trying to suss out. Willow hasn't really
And-
looked at her very much.
En's gonna say, yeah, I don't think that'll be a problem. And En's going to look at May May.
Oh, honey.
En's going to look
I rolled
at
a
May
4 in
May
insight.
with a knowing kind of look.
What do you mean by?
You don't know.
Yeah, I rolled a 4. So anyway,
Yeah.
I think Willow hasn't really lingered on May May too much since we arrived. Honestly,
I think, like, you see May May's ears, like, pin back a little bit when En looks at her. She says, what?
Nothing.
Squints.
Then
She's not got a very good poker face.
I've gathered that
She's
much.
clearly, like, listening in and mentally taking notes on all of this.
Mm-hmm.
Though what she's doing with it is a mystery.
I will say in meta, the idea is that I get 1 Arcana check per day. I need a total of 60. I have 24 right now, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I need 60 to fix the Kraken Slayer. We can make it faster with spell components. If I get 100 golds worth of spell components, we can reduce the DC by 10. So arguably, I have 50. Okay, and Willow's going to also bring out little sachet, perhaps, of the rubies that N gave me.
Mm-hmm.
While I was in that puzzle box too, I noticed I had the potion recipes from Elsa. How many were there? Or was it just the one so that I know how to do it?
Yeah.
Okay, well then the potion recipe might just be Willow's way of kind of indicating ingredients to get. I guess I mean, like, you know, when you get a recipe, can you photocopy it?
He can write a copy.
Yes.
Willow being the type to leave instructions for things doesn't seem like they wouldn't think of it. Not even just Bjorn, someone here. Yuzu,
Yeah.
May May if she wants to get into it. It's just information that Willow's inclined to share.
Yeah, you can write a copy of the recipe. It won't be anything that anybody would be able to use immediately, is the thing.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I can still get the supplies for it
Okay.
because then Luca can make some potions because we've
Yes.
emptied out our potions last round.
Yes.
So, long and short of it is spell components. I have 50 gold worth of spell components already on hand, and you guys can also get potion supplies. That might incline you towards money. Willow implies that there might be ways to make money down there so that you don't waste all of your money. And yeah, I think they're going to turn to N quickly and say, heard back from anybody?
Didn't have the time yesterday, but I'm on it.
Just wondering if Willow gestures at the sky.
No news, I'm afraid.
No problem. So we'll still operate as if they could be here today, let's say.
And shrugs. Might as well. Which means we should probably get to it, huh?
Probably. Make the most of it. I mean, don't dally. But it is a bit of a trek. So you might as well see Blackrock.
Might as well. Looks at Luca. The shrug.
Shrug. Nod. Smile. Looks at Bjorn.
He
My new
sort of
best friend.
gives a little nod.
And like leans in their chair a bit to look over at May May.
She gives you a look like, what? Silently, but like, what are you looking at me for?
Got any errands to run?
I guess I can do something.
And like extends their arm out at nothing, like, be my guest.
The world is your clam.
It's not the same, Luca.
Lula's gonna look over at Varys. How does he look? He look ready to learn today?
Point the way.
Get an 11 insight. What did he say?
Point the way.
Yay!
Cool. Num 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 num.
All right.
Finishing our breakfast.
Let's break.
Wrapping up. Ready for work.
Okay. Cool. So you send down the others with Bjorn and May and a shopping list.
Yeah, before we leave, N is probably going to do asides with the sending stones when they can, like,
Sounds good.
steal a moment
Yes.
alone. But
Oh yeah, easy enough.
I imagine we bring the
Luca,
elk just
are you-
because
yeah.
saddlebags.
I'm assuming Luca, yeah. I assume Luca is resummoning his elk, since now you have the spell slots for it again.
Yes, it was
And-
dead. So
Yeah.
Steed. Spell slot gone. Steed back. There we go.
Back on deck. Able
Hell
to
yeah.
transport things more easily, which is good because like Bjorn has like a big old basket backpack that he's going to fill up with food and so on.
Fantastic.
Can I have given N and Luca 10 gold from the ship fund? Each?
Sure.
For
Mark
what?
it down.
Porky.
What was... Yeah, 10 each from the ship fund, and also I might give 5 of my own gold to Bjorn.
Like, does that have a purpose, or are you just giving us pocket money?
That's for supplies. If you see anything
Yeah.
down there that's like supplies for the ship or anything for the crew, then I trust you guys to use that money for it.
Okay.
Energy of me handing out your allowance as you head down to the
Yeah.
to the docks.
Hey, money's
But
money,
I'm
I'll
giving
take it.
Bjorn- I was like, what did N say? And it was just like a short, okay, I'll give Bjorn some gold just because we're eating. And he's going to get stuff for I'm paying like board, basically. 5's maybe
Okay.
a bit much, but I'm not going to show up after 5 years and give him, 2 freaking silver. So you can take my 5 gold. Sorry, I got rich aunt energy. Even though I've got 20 gold.
I was literally gonna say when Luca takes the gold, he would say thank you, Auntie.
Oh my god. Really gives you a look.
Smile, pockets gold. Have fun working.
Okay.
Don't get killed. Smart little shit.
again.
I
Although,
didn't die. I'm still here.
barely. I touched you, your crumpled corpse.
It doesn't count as a corpse if it's not cold.
Okay, glad to know
Can't
we
be
have.
villainous.
And I am very hot, so
How quickly would a body really chill in an environment like that, though?
Willow walks
good
away from this
question.
conversation and looks at Bjorn,
Yeah.
like, hopefully, like, can you make sure they don't walk into a ditch or something? Like, can you make sure that one doesn't end up in a bar fight for some reason?
Yeah, you say that and Bjorn doesn't get to reply before May cuts in with no promises.
Oh no, Willow didn't say that out loud. Sorry, it was a look. Willow would not say that out loud.
I
Sorry.
imagine May still does that, says that, though.
Willow looks at her like, where did you come from? Willow keeps overlooking her.
she's small.
Oh, no, Willow gives her a look over and I think says nothing. They've been very, like, distant with her.
Because she could try to kill you at any moment.
Anyone could try to kill me at any moment. It's not really the threat here.
I wouldn't.
You could, though.
You could. Everyone could kill
Anyway.
you once.
Anyway,
Should I have my little
Yes,
sending zone
please.
asides? Yes. So, to Beaumont, rather. Boo. And says, thanks. So tell me, Beaumont, what's Cobracon offering you that made you so willing to risk the wrath of Orphos? Then the Daria. Appreciate your time. Why can't they be explained here? Those unfortunate circumstances would be valuable to our negotiation. I want to hear you out. Taguerna, waste of your cunning. Do you really want to be nailed down to a chump who got his flagship robbed? Could easily break your contract. To Tordeg, you're right. I must sound just like one of those bastards trying to bribe you from behind bars. That's not going to pay your debts. That's it.
That's a lot of
A lot of
messages out.
buns in the oven. Dumps those back
Yeah.
in my pouch and heads on out. All good.
It's your and sitting down to send them menacing emails for the day.
Yeah, yeah, basically.
Yeah.
You just like rapid fire 10 emails.
Yeah. Let's get this
I
done.
feel like
cracks
Ed would
my
have
knuckles.
as per my last email, you'll find the really passive aggressive, I've done this already email language. Let's head down to Blackrock, ladies and gents.
Yeah.
Just to confirm, it takes like a little under 2 hours for us to travel down there, right?
Yes.
Okay. You need to install ladders or something.
It's
Or
a
slide.
It's a
A slide.
mountain trail. I think
A slide.
you just jump off.
Rodelbahn down the mountain.
Exactly.
Yeah, let's make a water slide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool runnings it down the mountain. It's fine.
It would be a lot faster, is all I'm saying.
Excellent.
Yes. Top tier reference humor, Zeke.
So, you head down to Blackrock, accompanied by Maymay and Bjorn. There's a little bit of chatter, Bjorn saying that, like, or rather, Maymay brings up the topic of, like, so are you going to try out any of the thrill seekers?
I mean, I'd like to. We're kind of on the clock right now, but... And shrugs. Guess I'll scout it out. What about you?
Is it just jumping off a cliff?
Those are held around noon, so
You ever get caught up in that kind of stuff?
Maymay gives you a smile. I'm pretty good.
Oh. That's so. I wouldn't mind seeing you in action. And says with a bit of a smirk of, like, challenge.
Yeah. It's like, want to make a bet of it?
Why not? What are we betting?
Maymay looks over you. Not sure you have anything I want.
Got money.
She shrugs. Oh, if that's all you've got.
You like a particular kind of book, right? How about if you win, I'll buy you anything you want from one of the fine establishments of Blackrock.
Okay. And if you win?
Well, Anne looks her over in the same way. I'm not sure you have anything I want. What are you offering?
She'll make a perception check on you. Come on, Maymay. Why are you so bad at this? Have you shown off your knives at all?
Oh, I am wearing one.
Cool. In that case, Maymay says, how about another cool knife?
And glances down at their knife. I'll never say no to a knife, though it has to be equal worth to whatever I'm buying you.
Sure.
Deal.
Deal.
And raises their fist and fist bump for the deal.
Yeah. Yeah. She returns it. I imagine Bjorn and Luca are just chatting about various establishments and where the best food is or what the specialties are.
Absolutely.
You're just having wonderful little slice of life domestic shopping trip conversations.
Yes.
He does tell you that if you're interested in new clothes, there's like certain places you can go for that. So
Oh.
it's probably where you're heading first.
Yeah. I don't want to stick out.
Okay, cool. So let's montage mode this a little bit as you head through shopping and so on.
Yeah.
Quick question. And which thrill seeker challenge are you interested in? The rock climbing, the hoop diving, or the leap of faith? Those are the ones that are running today.
Not the rock climbing. I can't climb a rope, so I don't think a cliff is
I
going to do
kind of tempted
much
to do the
better.
rock climbing now that it's been like mentioned. Lucas sounds interested. What's hoop diving though?
You dive through a bunch of illusory hoops, and the most hoops that you can get through, like, the more prizes you win.
How high is it? Is it also off the top of the mountain?
It's not off the top of the mountain, but it is off, like, a small cliff. It's, like, pretty... It's, like, a single check, so it's, like, basically a single acrobatics check.
Okay.
Can I suggest something to Luca that might pop up in your mind? Remember Willow's voice floating into your mind, like, check that you're not
Check you're
afraid of heights.
afraid of heights.
Before
Yeah.
you board an airship, because don't embarrass me by being wiggly legs on
Literally,
an airship.
that's what I was thinking. Like,
Oh,
I'll
really?
do the
Okay,
smaller
good.
one to see if I'm afraid of heights.
That's right. It's thrill seeker, but it's also, sticking with the goals of the team.
Yeah, I need to look cool for Willow.
The leap
So-
of faith is arguably the most daring and dangerous.
Yeah, En's
one
definitely
of
got their eye
these.
on that one, for sure. Maybe the hoops.
We could do the hoops together.
Yeah, we could do the
Hold
hoops
hands.
together, and then Luke can do rock climbing.
What are you gonna challenge May to?
I feel like thematically, we were talking about jumping off cliffs, so I feel like Leap of Faith feels thematic for what we were
Okay.
talking about before.
All right, then you and May head down that way. Luca, are you going along, or are you going to do your shopping while that happens?
Are they going just to do that one?
That one only lasts for an hour, starting at noon.
Okay,
So there's
so
a
yeah.
time.
Maybe that
frame
while they
on
do
that.
that, I can go like produce shopping with Bjorn. I would like to
Yeah.
have a conversation with him.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So, En and May, you head off that way. It takes like half an hour to hike up the crest of this sheer cliff that's at the tip of the bay in this deep water. So like you get basically like a little rowboat out there that ferries like a bunch of people. Well, it's not really a rowboat, it's more like a small sailboat that ferries people out starting at noon, and then like hike up. There are couple of crash guard around, and it does cost 1 gold piece each to enter the contest.
Fair enough.
It's arguably one of the most dangerous.
Well, that's
So-
why I'm here.
Right. So, the crash guard at the top, sturdy human man named Brahm, like in his 60s, think like a brawny old mixed black Crocodile Dundee sort,
yeah.
explains.
Oh no.
He's like in his 60s-ish. Yeah. Explains how this goes. The contestants stand at the top of a 1,000-foot drop cliff. With Crash Guard issued feather tokens, you will return those tokens after use. At the signal, you will jump. And then, like, mechanically, you will try and hold out as long as possible before activating the feather token.
Mm-hmm.
And a maximum of 5 contestants can jump at the same time. There are crash guard at the bottom to cast Featherfall on you if you fail to activate your token. But there is obviously like a degree of danger, so only adults are allowed to participate in this.
Yeah.
Well, sorry,
so-
Maymay, you can't play.
She's an adult. She's adult
barely.
enough.
He's old enough. You must be this tall.
Shut the fuck up. So, cool.
Yeah, then gets higher and higher, like they kind of are shaking out their arms and they feel hyped. They like being high. They like being up high.
Yeah. Yep.
I like being tall.
Yep. Cool. So the other contestants with you are like this goblin guy with a dark red hair and silver eyes who looks like pretty cool and aloof. A human woman with dyed green hair and like dark smoky eyes, and shifter woman who looks like a fossa with sort of like short cropped brown hair and yellow green eyes, and like seems like optimistic and happy to be there. There's a few people who aren't like actually participating, who are just watching the contestants. So there's that. So you have your token.
Mm-hmm.
You stand shoulder to shoulder with everybody, including Maymay, and look down the 1,000-foot drop cliff. All contestants ready? And there's a sharp blast of whistle. And you jump. Make a wisdom saving throw.
All right.
Let's go.
16.
Not bad. Oh!
Cool. And then I will roll for the other contestants.
Oh.
Damn.
Oh. Oh! Someone did a flip!
So, and you are the third to activate your token as you like hurtle down like 500 feet and then like squeeze the token in your hand, and like you feel the Featherfall spell and slow your fall. 2 others proceed down. Rie, the like human woman with like green hair, and the shifter girl. So they have to make like Rie, like sort of as she hurtles down, activates it just after you, like a few seconds after you. Anana, the shifter girl, like keeps going. Oop.
Whoop.
Cool. So like she keeps going past the 500-foot mark, and then like suddenly like snaps and releases the token.
Mm-hmm.
Like a little above the waterline, like maybe 100 feet above the waterline, and descends. You plummet into cold but like refreshing water at the height of summer, and Maymay pouts as she lands in the water after you.
And as soon as we both like pop out of the water together and then I'll laugh and like clap her on the shoulder. It's like good natured. Hey, you were close.
Well, this isn't the last one.
Yeah, 2 out of 3.
You want to do this again?
And shrugs. Wouldn't say no.
You see the shifter girl receives 3 feather tokens as the prize for the round.
Oh, one for me. One
You
for
had
hers.
your-
One for if I win. Like and just doing the math.
Smart.
None for Luca because he's not getting on the airship because apparently he's afraid of heights.
We don't know yet. You might not be.
We
Find
don't
out.
Might win your hoop round.
I'll take the long way to Karnath.
I think Talo the goblin, Mei, you, so that's 3. Go again, and then another human guy who's got like cropped gold hair also steps up. He looks pretty like antsy and nervous.
Oh.
Yeah, I think the like only 4 around this round because like a group of friends wants to go all together next round.
Mhm.
Valid.
Mark off another gold piece
Sure thing.
for the cost of the feather token. I think like there are a couple more rounds like in between as you like hike back up the top of the cliff.
Yeah, makes sense. Like getting at the
Are they
end of the
soaking
line.
wet?
Yeah. I was like, don't feel too bad. I'm from Sharn. We're used to this kind of thing. Used to jump off bridges all the time. And Nen's like talking to Mei about that as they hike back up.
Aww.
This time, to make it interesting, instead of just seeing who can hold out the longest, why not do a little flip?
And shrugs. And like rolls the gold they're about to spend on this over their fingers. You're on.
Okay. Second round. As you head over, Mei will do an acrobatics check. Mei and you will do acrobatics checks and then your wisdom saves.
Cool.
So, ready?
Mhm.
Let's go.
Hey!
Ooh,
Dirty 20!
Oh, that's like
Damn.
the best you've ever rolled for acrobatics.
Honestly.
Our little clown. Our little guy.
Yeah.
Mei does like pretty good cartwheel off the side, but
Sick.
you do like a midair like tuck and roll flip
hmm
several times over. Let's get those wisdom saving throws in.
Oh!
Ooh.
Oh shit!
Oh my god. Okay.
Sorry, Mei. Just got owned.
Sorry, everyone. We might be getting some feather tokens.
You kidding?
Oh,
Damn.
it's just a flat 20.
So-
but it is a nat 20.
So it's neck and neck. It's neck and neck.
Ooh.
So you hold out past the first round. You can make a second wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Let's go, and
22.
Oh my god.
Yes, narrowly
Make a-
avoiding the
make-
3s and 2s.
I know
Make a
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
Oh,
What the
that
fuck?
was another
Nat
nat 20.
20s.
What the
What the
fuck?
fudge?
Oh my god.
I'm calling shenanigans on roll 20 right now.
Yeah, okay, make a dexterity check.
Okay.
Sleight of hand also works.
Oh, it's a sleight of hand. 17.
Ooh, 17.
Wow.
Okay. So, like, you are tied neck and neck with this guy, Kyato, who, like, the like, nervous one, he is holding out for dear life, and then, like,
Oh my god. Squeeze your token, my man!
Not just for dear life. He's nat 20ing his way down nervously. Far out.
yeah. He's, like, staring fear in the face with steely determination.
Good for you, kid.
We just have a moment hanging in the air where and sees this guy. It's
I
like,
will say that like he almost fumbles his token, but but you have it like so that you can time it split second right before you hit the water, like 10 feet above the water surface.
Shit.
He bounces out at 30 feet, but you hit the water surface like just barely without being
Yeah.
like,
Wasted.
truly like splatting from 1,000-foot fall.
Yeah, I feel like in that moment as N like hangs there and starts to slowly slink, there's that big toothy grin on their face, that grin that they keep doing when they've just run into a very dangerous problem. But it's the look of like, yeah, I just stared death in the face and I won, and I'm feeling good about that since what happened last night. Like, yeah, okay,
Yep.
dark portals, Doriad, magical tower spit, bring it on.
My God.
Flops
Cool.
into the
So
water.
there is like, as you like surface, there's like wild hooting and cheering as you like realize you have like that's a record-breaking dive.
Oh,
Hey now,
gonna get your name on a little
record-breaking.
plaque.
And like pops out of the water in there, like shake it off and kind of realize the magnitude of like people's excitement. And as soon as they do, they're like, hold their arms up, like, yeah, look at me.
I think like May hits the water and like surfaces very slowly, spits out like just like a little fountain of like seawater.
Spite water.
And
Yeah.
glances back at her and gives a shrug. I'll let you get back at me later. Little wink.
Grounds. This like dark-skinned half elf who was on standby like late 50s with a mark of the storm on his upper arm and like some bird tattoos. With a frigate bird familiar, like helps you up and like declares you like the record breaker.
Ooh.
And like says like you win the grand prize this year.
Whoa.
And
So
perks.
in addition to receiving the 3 feather tokens for winning your round and getting the 998 Summer Leap of Faith patch for participating in the Thrill Seeker Challenge.
Sticks that directly on my
Uh,
vest.
Yeah.
This was any foreign.
Right on the face.
You also win a set of magical glide wing studded leather armor.
Oh.
Whoa.
That is the grand prize for this challenge.
What does that do, pray tell?
I will paste it in the chat, but it lets you fly just a little bit.
Maybe that's all I'll need. Just a little bit of fly. Help
Where's
from
that?
splatting into Zoriad abyss.
Yep.
Damn.
Let me have a look.
So, glide wing studded leather. It lets you basically like sugar glider it. Or flying squirrel it.
For me,
You guys know the like the glide armor in Tears of the Kingdom? Literally the same thing.
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
No, sorry, I'm just imagining, when you see a cockroach and you're like, it's okay, it's over there, but then it can fly and it scares the shit out of you. That's what Anne's energy is.
Watch out, Colton. Like, don't worry.
It's
The
alright,
eldritch
it's over
creature
there.
you brought aboard is over there. Oh my god.
It's coming.
And then Colton both like, what the fuck is that?
It's like swooping you like a rabies bat.
Oh my
That's like
god.
rabies. Terrified.
Okay. Awesome.
Well done.
What's May look like when
Yeah.
N gets handed over their friggin' flowers?
She's like, well, at least I lost to the best.
Like, yeah.
About it.
Perfect.
But she is like a little bit sooky.
Yeah.
Sweetie.
Oh.
I think like you have to like stay basically the full hour, but nobody comes close to like touching your record.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it took most of the hour for you to just like get up there again.
Yeah.
So
Can I ask,
It's
what's
not that
random?
long.
Can I say that random scared guy's nat 20s? Did he just overcome a fear or something? I just want him to go home with a
yeah,
nice
I
story.
think so.
Yeah,
Like,
good for him.
I think he did over like 2 nat 20s. He did overcome like a mortal fear of heights.
Extreme exposure therapy.
That's so
Yeah.
funny. Like he didn't win the race, but he won in his own way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like ends over there like, woo, prizes, and he's over there like, yes, fearless.
yeah.
I could go home and tell the bullies that I did it.
I just love
I think
his
he does,
subplot
like, he
happening
get-
over there.
I do think he gets like a runner-up feather token
Aw.
Oh, nice.
because like he did so well, because rarely you get like such a close race. Like N won, but he also like nearly got in like record-breaking range.
Mm.
Hope
was
he gets
only
a
because,
patch
like-
for his jacket as well.
Yeah.
Runner up. I'm gonna make an eye
Yeah.
patch out of this thing. Hang on.
Oh my gosh. Hey. Oh no, it's
Yeah?
okay. No, I guess Luca isn't here. It's just that there was some keyword said about the guy giving out the prizes that I was like,
Yeah.
Hmm.
Sarah also heard those, but alas, Luca
Not
not be
there.
here. No.
Yes, guess
No.
not.
Interesting
Yeah,
how that happens.
yeah, I don't know.
And you
And
want to
just-
make me a quick sort of passive perception check
Sure.
on the 2 crash guard.
Perception.
What a cool title.
16.
16. What? Can
they
you
were
roll
married-
below it?
they-
No, sorry.
No.
They were both wearing matching rings. So
Oh, we're so easy. Have you noticed that? The second we hear people are in love, we're all melting.
Look, this world's horrible and cold.
Exactly. Titty soft and warm. Good for you guys.
Let them have that.
Oh man. Oh. Feel free.
Oh.
I don't know. I'm always like, feel free to at any time make small talk with people around you. Hey.
yeah, I mean, there's probably like a little bit of chatter of like, "Hey, congratulations! This is your first time at this Thrill Seeker Challenge." Yada yada yada.
And like, yeah.
Yeah, actually.
Really boasts that part now, considering they just broke a record.
Yeah. Yep. Amazing
Never done
work.
this before.
Yeah.
I have fallen for my
Must it-
life off the side of Sean, but that was much less
That was
enjoyable.
different. I was
Yeah.
gonna say, I feel like your reputation gauge, which is something that would probably be here in Orthos,
Yes.
has just like leveled up significantly. Like, that little white-haired guy.
You've received like a huge spike. You will.
I have this patch now too to like prove it to others.
Yeah. Patch and the armor
Yeah.
if you choose to wear it.
Uh-huh.
Bro, check it on. Check it on now. Walk around. Get your accolades.
I mean, it's gonna be good for when we may be
Flex.
flying. Yeah.
Not even just practical. Oh no, there's a practicality in flexing around town. Is the whole point of pirates. Wear it. Chuck it on, bruh. rub it in. Rub Bene's nose in it. Well, I guess I better put on my
Okay.
record-breaking armor.
My grand prize.
Better give that.
Yeah. May and N continue their rivalry with N firmly in the lead.
Yeah. And it's very much like kind of goading May on, like, hey, that's not it. There's more yet to come. Come on. I'm gonna let you keep fighting me.
Oh my god.
And it's got other ideas for us, actually,
yeah.
so.
Yeah, okay. So, we'll cut over to Luca and Bjorn,
Me.
who are having a pleasant little shopping trip. You wanted to have a conversation with him?
Yes. Maybe while we're looking at produce, I think.
Yes.
It's a very calming area.
Mm-hmm.
I think we will have been like small talking. I would like
Mhm.
to make an insight check on the kind of person that he is.
Sure.
That is history. That was the incorrect button.
Oh,
Same
wow.
roll.
Same roll.
Oh my God.
Not far off, no.
Did I take the history roll?
No.
No.
What kind of dude is he?
He is like just very shy, but once he's been given a chance to sort of warm up to a person and is able to talk, he's like just friendly, calm. He likes listening. He likes the energy of loud, exciting people, but he is just very shy himself.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah. And he's been a pirate for quite a long time.
How old is he, roughly?
He's close to Varys's age.
Right. Another uncle. I'm collecting uncles and aunties. Okay. I think after a little bit of small talk, what kind of food, what kind of produce are we looking at? Set the scene.
Gosh, what's in season in summer? It's July, so I imagine there's lots of like leafy greens, summer squash type things. Probably there's some imported tomatoes and tropical fruits and stuff like that that are arriving in. Strawberries.
Luca absolutely gets some
lots of
strawberries.
wild berries and stuff like that. Bjorn is probably like getting staples, so potatoes, carrots, onions, lots of cabbage, lots of like dried beans.
Do they grow their own garlic or do they buy garlic? This is a very important question.
I imagine there's like some garlic that they grow, but like it's not that much.
Yeah.
So, and like there are farms like in the area, so they might as well just. This is like a farmer's market, literally.
Okay. I think after a little bit of chatter, Luca might pause at some interesting looking food that he doesn't really recognize and kind of glance up at Bjorn and ask, I don't really know how to ask this politely, so I'm just going to be very blunt. If I ask you a question, are you the type of man who's going to go and repeat it?
I don't think so.
He sounds so uncertain.
It's because he is.
I suppose you don't really know until you're asked in this case, this sort of thing. It seems like... Luca picks up a fruit and rolls it over in his hand. Were there any indicators before Fender left that they were planning on doing something? Or leaving at all?
I don't know, because I wasn't on the ship at the time. They were on the Storm Chaser, and I was on the Kraken Slayer. I mean, I'd heard about the assassination attempt on Coulton, and Fender caught the traitor, and things got bad somehow. I mean, he sort of shakes his head and shrugs and rubs his face. I don't know. All this stuff I heard is secondhand, and they left with a pretty big bang.
Luca nods. They are the type.
Guessing if you're asking, then they haven't told you anything about it, or...
Luca shrugs and waves his hand a little bit. I don't think many people like discussing things that were difficult.
I guess not. I don't
I'm sorry.
know.
Sorry.
It's okay. I just... I hope when he comes back that we'll be able to talk things out. Has been a long time.
I guess that's kind of my next question. And really the reason I'm asking, from your perspective, is there anyone that might be a threat to Fender in the coming days? More so than we should expect?
Well, sort of rubs the back of his head. Let's... They should probably steer clear of anybody who left the Storm Chaser and the aftermath. I know there's still the gunners down at the junkyard. They're not pleased, and Belle probably won't be happy to see them either. But I don't know. Sorry, I can't give you a better answer, but...
No, I'm sorry for asking difficult questions.
Oh, it's alright. I mean... It's kind of a difficult situation to be in anyway, so...
Luca nods very much.
It's hard when your friends don't always get along with each other.
Insight check that? Or is that just a general statement?
That's a general statement
Okay.
of, like, Bjorn being regretful about the situation that it's in.
From my understanding, everyone was pretty close up until things happened, but it was a difficult time. We didn't know it, but it was the end of the war, right?
Yeah, that's true. Technically. Yeah, it was a pretty big upset.
Do you think this is something that they being he, will be able to move past? Or should we be preparing for the worst?
I mean, the worst is gonna come, but I don't think it's the kind of worst that you're worried about.
Luca taps him with his prosthetic arm. I can think of some pretty bad things, yes.
Well, unless Fender's really changed since we last saw them, then I don't think anybody's gonna die. But there's a lot of...
very sympathetic smile because he seems so uncomfortable saying that.
There's a lot of hurt feelings there. I don't think it's gonna be easy. I don't think it's gonna be smart to stand in the way either. That might make things worse.
Mm-hmm. I don't intend to. I'm just preparing myself for whatever follows. Ideally.
Right. So do you want to get these apricots?
Yes.
And Bjorn, drops the subject.
Yeah, fair. How does he seem after it?
A little bit uncomfortable and just, generally worried.
Is he uncomfortable for the others, or is he uncomfortable for his own reasons, or a bit of both?
It's a little bit of both.
Right.
But it's mostly concern for Fen and Coulton.
Was Fender still a bit of a smart behind when they were with you guys?
Oh, yeah.
I feel like when I talk to them, I don't know anything at all, ever. I feel like I lose everything that I did know.
Yeah, that's pretty normal. Well, they seem quieter now.
Everyone is, I think.
So, would you like to purchase some new clothes while you're
Yes,
here?
I would.
Cool. There's like various different like fabric shops and so on. There's like the Pattern a Day, which is like wholesale cloth things, where it's got like such a huge collection of textiles that like their slogan is basically that they have a new pattern for every day of the year. But there are some actual like places that sell like off the rack clothing and stuff like that. It's a lot of very like loose fitting, comfortable things.
If I buy fabric, can people make something for me while I'm wandering around?
Yes, but it won't be done that fast.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
But you can also buy stuff that like fits you and like fashion an outfit together out of like disparate pieces.
Yeah.
If you like.
I feel like that's kind of the vibe of this place, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Drag Bjorn along. He can tell me what looks good on me.
I'm afraid that Bjorn is not the best fashion critic here.
He says everything looks good.
Yeah.
He says everything looks nice. He seems like he'd say nice. Like, oh, that looks nice.
Yep. That is exactly the
Thank you, Uncle.
vibe.
That is entirely unhelpful.
Yeah. Do you plan to meet up with Anne and Maymay at any point after they've returned from the...
There might be something
Well,
I
we
want
did
to
need
do
to-
with Maymay as well.
Yeah,
Okay.
if you guys
Before we
want to do more stuff. And then we have,
Whatever.
like, business shopping to do.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, more challenges if we have time.
Yes. Look, give me a perception check. Bjorn is
Yes.
helping you, so you can have advantage.
Oh.
I assume you just, like, tell him what you're looking for.
Yeah. Oh, that's a 10.
Well, there's a broad selection, so there's a lot to look at. So I think the time just, like, passes quite rapidly as you're, like, waiting for Anne and Maymay. Like, you've done all your grocery shopping. That's all loaded up into, like, the basket and on the steed and so on. But, like, eventually you do find, like, various disparate pieces. I believe you're also shopping for Varys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I know his sizes. I nursed his body back to health. I know how big he is.
yeah. It's not that hard. Like, you know, Varys tastes also tend to, like, run modest.
Yeah.
So for a set of traveler's clothes, it's about 2 gold pieces. You can find something that's, like, close to Varys' style and, like, looks nice, would fit him. And then for your taste, which I imagine are a little bit richer, a set of fine clothes costs 15 gold pieces.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Go, Luca. So 1 platinum and 4 gold.
Can I say, what is your incentive for buying
5
Varys
gold.
clothes?
I love him.
Okay. Like Varys only. Willow's got it set. En's got it set. Varys could use some more.
We need to look good for when we meet the
got a-
guys. This is
He's got a nice
like,
coat.
But it's
Is that
summer.
what Luca's reasoning is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We need to look good. We've been through this. Willow made it very clear. We need to look cool.
Okay, so that's what you're like. Varys and I are the only ones wearing coats right now. It's summer.
Yeah. So we need to look like funky fresh.
Okay.
Mhm.
Thank you, Luca.
I also buy some jewelry. If you want to give me some, like a gold's worth of modestly nice beads and chain.
Yeah. You can get like some accessories. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Easy. You go a little bit overboard in that, like, spending on like the prettiest beads that you can find.
Oh yeah, and like glass beads, not like shitty, ugly,
Yeah.
not glass
Like
beads.
it's like a combination of glass and like semi-precious
Crystal.
stones.
Yeah,
Yeah. You've got fancy tastes, my man.
I do.
Can I say
It's gonna
to
be
you,
great
imagine
to
every
find out
time-
I'm a poor farm boy when we get home.
I can imagine every time Bjorn's like, "That's nice," Luca's like, "I'll buy it." And he says that's nice to
Yeah.
everything. Bjorn's like,
Unfortunately.
Oh no.
Yeah. N, what you up to?
N wants to ask May if she's familiar with the local gold dragon.
Oh.
She's ever been around there.
She goes, yeah. Not often, but yeah, I know it. Why?
You ever met the proprietor of the find establishment?
I mean, there's a bunch of them. Like, it's Galanda, so. Just. She shrugs. Bunch of halflings.
Mm-hmm. Say, instead of giving me a knife, how about since I'm the champion of the fall, as it were, I think I'd rather recruit you on a mission.
Her, like, she seems skeptical at first, and then her ears sort of perk up, like, I'm listening.
See, I'm trying to find a guy. Name's messages for this. Beaumont
Mhm.
Butterick.
Hmm.
I don't need him for anything in particular. I just like to get a look at him without drawing any suspicion. I mean, I can do the talking, I can do the schmoozing, but sometimes it helps to have a outsider's perspective when you're a little preoccupied, you know?
She's just gonna do a quick history check.
Hey,
Just like, oh yeah, that guy.
oh, so you do know him.
Yeah. Not for any good reasons.
Is that not for any good reasons as in he's boring, or not for any good reasons as in good, bad?
He's pretty shady,
Hmm.
let's say.
Do you see my interest?
Yeah, that would be the type you go after. So, what do you want from him?
I just want to get a read on him. Like I said, I don't want to cause him any trouble right now. But let's just say I have a vested interest in his fate. I just want to see what kind of guy he is up close. I've heard a lot about him, but seeing someone, very different things. I'm sure you can agree.
Sure. Okay.
Any particular places he tends to hang out? Is he a backroom guy you know of, or?
Yeah, he'd probably be in back room.
How to draw him out then? You think he'd come out if we start a fight?
Nah, but maybe if we just make a mess. It's always gotta be somebody to shovel shit.
So, who wants to make the mess and who wants to be the mediator? Because I need to do both. I Message again. Did set Clovercon's bed on fire.
She like that catches her off guard a little bit, and she goes, I mean, you're not planning on sticking around here long, so
I won't ruin your
maybe
reputation.
you should be the one.
Yeah, you talk me
Yeah.
down. I'm just the crazy tourist. And record breaker of the Daredevil Fall, but
You know, that'd be plenty of reason to be day drinking.
oh, now you're talking.
Okay.
Let's go.
So again, I think we are going to montage this
yeah,
of
that's
like
fine.
You guys head to the bar of part of the local Gold Dragon Inn, pretty large and comfortable, located on the beachfront with like lovely views and like pretty like modest to comfortable fare. It's, you know, it's a Gold Dragon. They're kind of the same everywhere with like minor variation. Gonna say it's like mid to early afternoon, like around 2ish. The days are long here, so at this time of year. So there's plenty of like chance to like slip in and get yourself situated. It seems to be like relatively calm, like there's sort of like the lunch rush is kicking up, and it's mostly tourists who are like let's say enjoying the scenery, people who are either, I say tourists, it's not like tourist industry tourists, but like people who are passing through.
Visitors.
Yes, exactly. I forgot that word for a second. So like people who are like passing through, merchants, just like others like on their way either down south or like up north, depending. And yeah, you're able to go in there for lunch and make yourselves comfortable, get yourselves set up for whatever shenanigans you want to do. What's the plan?
Yes. So, and I'll order drinks for the, appearances of it all. I don't know if they're gonna drink as much as,
Yeah.
because I don't know if they're gonna drink it
They're
all,
gonna
just
be-
like dumps it in a plant.
Yeah.
That kind of energy.
Yeah,
But it's to get the appearance of like, yeah,
of course.
I'm gonna get wasted. I'm not wasted. I'm completely lucid.
Yes.
Yeah. So what would be a good way to make a mess in this place? Like break some bottles, get loud, flip a table. Like what's a?
All of those will be plenty attention grabbing. It's just like randomly starting boasting, or like anything where you like make a big spill will probably get enough attention.
Yeah, I think it starts with and they might be wearing a more innocuous face at this point instead of their primary face, just to add a little bit of a degree of separation.
Yeah.
They like start boasting a bit loudly and then pretend to knock a bottle off of the table that like they had there for their copious amounts of drinking. Just knock it off so it falls on the floor and like shatters, and then use that as kind of a trigger to just like go off, like just like boasting, like boasting their status. It's like, yeah, what are you gonna do about it? Like.
You make yourself a real nuisance.
Yeah.
Make a deception check with advantage.
All right.
Or performance check with advantage.
Double nines.
Yee, do you want to use an inspiration for that?
Sure, why not? One more go. 13. Go for 10.
Better.
Better than a 9.
Cool. Okay.
My flipping table inspiration and escalates.
Yeah.
Like they
And escalates.
They broke a bottle. That's not enough.
You
Everyone
break a
looks like,
second
yeah,
bottle.
yeah.
You like break a bottle, then like you smash your glass on the floor.
What are you gonna do about it? I'm the champion
Oh my god.
of Black Rock. I'll challenge all you
Yes.
motherfuckers. Smashes the
Oh
glass.
my.
So what's the plan for Maymay to do is
I'm kind of waiting for this guy to come out, maybe to get a signal of who he is from Maymay, and then I'm gonna like kind of get in his business a bit.
okay.
And then try to just get a read of him in that moment, and also be like depending on Maymay to also try and like get a read on the situation. I just want to see him, want to see how he reacts to this situation.
Yep. So, like you start causing a ruckus, and like some weight stuff is like, excuse me, could you please, I think we need to cut you off and ask you to pay the tab.
And feels bad for you, but and it's a good job to do.
Yeah. Like you start causing more of a ruckus, and like eventually, Maymay signals you to that the guy is coming out.
Mm-hmm. And kind of try to subtly angle themselves in that direction without making it obvious. It's not like whirls around, stares directly at you, but like does a little spin while they're boasting in the direction.
Yeah. There's like some wait staff trying to like sweep up the bottles, like the shattered glass on the floor, and Beaumont comes out and says, now what seems to be the problem? He's like a very like skinny, relatively tall halfling.
Mm-hmm. And like, you the guy that runs this joint?
I've run the restaurant, yeah.
Well, your waitstaff here just cut me off, and I don't think that's very proper behavior for a record breaker here in Blackrock.
Make another deception check.
I'm always just known as spy.
Damn, dude. Damn, dude.
That's a
Like-
26.
I was gonna say, did you see it bobble between the 20 and the 2 for like a solid minute?
Man.
Doesn't even matter. Ends the best.
Like, it supremely doesn't matter. Like, he absolutely 100% buys that you are drunk and belligerent. Give me an insight check, and
Yes.
as you do this, and Maymay will do a perception check.
Dirty 20.
Okay.
Oof.
Ooh. 23 from Maymay.
Maymay rolled a 23, my lord. Ha! Buttermilk rolls a 12.
Cool. So, what are you trying to get out of him?
I think En's sort of trying to see how he behaves under pressure, in a way, and also just getting a read of like what he might be capable of. Like, can I snap this guy in half? Like me and 100 pounds, 5'2". Can I snap this guy in half?
Probably not physically in the sense of like your noodle arms wouldn't cut it, but your magic certainly would.
Yeah.
This is not the first time that he's had to deal with a drunken belligerent customer, and what he's basically doing is like herding you gently out of the room onto like the outside deck so that you're not bothering other customers as much. He's like basically having you either like alternating between like herding you into a place or like having you chase him. And there's a big energy of like, of course this has to happen today.
Mm-hmm.
Of course. Why wouldn't it? Why wouldn't this happen? It's very much like I've just put in my 2 weeks notice. And some bullshit is kicking up. Sort of thing. And he's like, but like on the surface, it's completely like, now this is a proper establishment. We won't make you pay for the bottle that you broke, but like we really do have to ask you to pay your tab and replace any glassware damages. If you would like, we can comp you a dessert. Or we can tell you that, like, if you're looking for other challengers, there are other venues in the city of Blackrock to show off your accolades. Sort of, like, very calmly, sort of quietly trying to, like, get you to back down. Or just get bored.
Fair. With that little twinge of like, I'm so close to getting out of this. Now you're here.
Yep.
Boy, am I ever a little shit.
Actually, while you're doing that, Mei is gonna do a little snoop.
I'll keep him distracted if Mei's like moving. I'll draw his attention. Even more. Have another bust out of attitude.
Cool. In which case, Mei gets advantage on that stealth check.
That's more like it.
25.
Hell yeah. Okay, cool. Like, as you, like, rattle this off, Mei sort of slips into the staff area, and then comes back out a couple minutes later. Catches your eye across the room.
And I will take that dessert. Then says. pays for the damages. And does feel sorry for the work staff.
Yeah.
Sorry I had to do this to you. I know it sucks. Thank you for your services. Tips the guys that cleaned up the bottles, like the smash bottle.
Okay.
Just tips them a little bit of extra money.
Okay, in which case, like, I'd like, let's say 5 silver for what you actually bought, and then give me like 2 more silver for the tip.
Cool. Yeah.
If you want to be generous about it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And does feel bad for them. I hate that you're getting caught in the crossfire. Here's some extra money.
It improves their opinion. Their opinion of you too. Your reputation stacks back up.
Yeah.
You're generous at least. You're a dickhead, but you're generous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's pretty common around here.
Yeah. Well.
You're certainly not the worst person.
Yes. I didn't deck anyone.
No.
Yet.
Yeah, it got very close Beaumont just by existing, but you know.
Yeah. Cool. So, you pay, you and Mei leave separately, meet back up a ways away.
So, how was the scenic route?
Apparently he's making moves to get out of town.
Yeah, thought so. Any indication where he's headed? When?
Somewhere on the continent, probably in the next week. Some excuse about seeing extended family.
I'll bet. Gotta run home with his tail between his legs.
Or at least away. So what's he doing that you're interested in? I mean, he's a shady guy, but like, she shrugs. Smuggling, you know, selling a couple secrets. Pretty normal stuff for pirates.
Yeah, but... Ben's gonna switch the conversation into message now. You know who we robbed, right?
There's like a slow blink, and then she like her eyes widen and she replies in message. Is he in cahoots?
Something like that.
Damn.
Yeah.
How stupid do you have to be?
That's what I'm thinking, right? This guy, like, he's in the den. If he gets caught, and slices their throat. And I was trying to suss out to see if, maybe he was doing this against his will. Right? I don't want a guy to get strung up for something that maybe Khorvaire wrangled him into. Blackmail, threats. Wanted to give him a chance.
I mean, he's Galanda, so, like, if things got really hairy, then he'd have ways out. Right?
So it depends where
Maybe.
he is on the food chain.
I guess. I don't know how they work. And they are, like, way bigger than Thrani at the moment, so she shrugs. Maybe it works different there.
That's kind of what I'm trying to determine.
Speaking of that, you, having sent your, sending, you get a ping from Beaumont Stone.
Hi, bitch.
Yeah.
Again.
He says, being hotel staff isn't exactly lucrative. He promised money and threatened a beating if I didn't say yes, so I accepted the offer. Make an insight check.
Yeah, and just like giving the stone a little bit of a skeptical look.
Ooh.
13?
You rolled a nat one.
I did just shake his entire day up, so.
You can. Okay, so, like, in your previous correspondences, he's always taken on this, like, very nervous, like, subservient tone.
Mm-hmm.
After having just interacted with him and, like, getting a read on him in person, it's harder over the stone, obviously, but you can tell he is so faking it.
Yeah, I think maybe
he's faking being a victim.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah. I see, like, maybe standing across him and, like, perks and, like, pulls out the stone, the sending stone, like, stares at it for a moment, and then does the biggest roll of their eyes, which lands back on Mei. Yeah, okay, so he's a big fucking liar. Pockets the stone.
I mean, he's pretty short, but yeah.
Snorts. I'm also a big fucking liar for my size, so...
Guess it takes one to know one. So what you want to do about him? I mean, could just throw him to the sharks.
That would be...
Well, not those sharks. I mean, like, metaphorical sharks. I mean, like, the whisperers and stuff.
Both would do, honestly. Probably result in the same thing. Actually, I don't know that much about sharks. and realizes looking back at Mei. Would that work?
She shrugs. I mean, I was referring to the dire sharks, so, like...
Yeah.
Not the dire sharks, because they... You know.
Yeah, I follow. Yeah, that's been the question. Kind of something I want to get Fender's opinion on.
Well, we've got a little bit of a deadline, so... Guess we should wrap up errands soon.
Yeah, let's get this finished up and, well... We gotta deal with him, it'll be... pretty quick and easy, I think.
She nods. Then sighs. Guess the rest of our contest will have to wait. I'll get you next round.
I have some ideas.
Watch out, champion. Coming for your title.
Oh, I hope so.
She elbows you,
Yeah.
like...
And elbows her back.
You're, like, basically, like,
Yeah.
gently shoulder-checking each other
Yeah.
up the road and, like, trading, like, threats and like insults, like, "Oh, careful you don't get blown away, Twiggy."
You'd be surprised what I can recover from. Wouldn't be the first time, and I still kicked ass.
Great. So,
Just mutually threatened to assassinate a guy, and now we're just off shooting the shit again.
yeah. Wasn't even assassinated, it was like sell out.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's a kind of assassination. It's a character
Killing in
assassination
any
that
case.
results in death. Anyway. Business.
Business shopping.
Yes.
Is Luca
So-
in his new thread?
No.
Not yet. Just pick them up. They're in a bundle.
A big bundle.
He's got a lot of
got shopping
bags. Yeah.
Is Bjorn carrying them? Are you carrying them? Bjorn carrying all the fruit. You're carrying all the cloth.
I'd carry the fruit too, honestly. I'm
Oh.
a gentleman.
I mean, you've got
A seed as well.
Yes, and yeah, one you've got a seed. Two, Bjorn is a beefy guy who can carry a lot,
Yeah,
Like-
but it's respectful.
possibly more than Luca can carry, just by sheer
Respectful.
weight.
Yeah.
Luca's uncle zoned him, so.
Yeah. Yeah.
Please let him carry stuff. It's his safety net.
Okay, he can carry stuff to build a wall around himself. If he must.
Thank you. Thank you. Cool. So, and Maymay and Luca Bjorn reconvene. What's on the agenda?
We want to get all the stuff for Willow, primarily.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
And then maybe do the rock
Okay.
climbing challenge. And then maybe
Okay.
the jumping challenge. If we have time. Luca needs to know if he's afraid of heights.
Yes. All right. So, in terms of stuff, there's like two places that have. There's a general store which is called Everything at Ethan's.
Ethan?
Yes. Not Winters, but yes.
In your heart.
I can dream.
Which sells like mundane, easily purchasable stock.
Mhm.
And then for spell components, it's a little bit more tricky.
Any chance we
Um,
can scout out like the prizes for the challenges, and if any of the spell components for purchase are like possibly part of the prize for winning before we go spending money?
that's-
Or if the
Yes, ma'am.
prize is money, you know?
Sure.
the prizes tend to not be money.
Okay.
You sort of have a look through. You find. Give me an investigation check.
Can I
either one of
offer
you or
advantage?
both. Yeah.
What's your
Yes, you may.
investigation?
0.
Well, mine's -1,
Okay,
so
I'll take
Oh,
the help
damn,
action.
really is my thing, huh?
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
You're the one. It's a 12.
Yeah, that's okay.
Oh, okay. So you find a flyer that details the prizes for some of the challenges. It looks like the grand prizes. Well, you've just won the Leap of Faith grand prize
Mm-hmm.
for the season. The rock climbing one seems to be gloves of swimming and climbing, and the hoops challenge. What is the hoops challenge? Oh, the hoops challenge is a ring of feather falling.
Mm.
And
do you have to attune to that?
Yes.
Useful though.
Yes. Anyway, and the prize for the sharpshooter race, which is being held tomorrow, is a Soarwood surfboard, like a Soarwood windsurfboard.
What is this sharpshoot race?
It appears to be a challenge where two people are on a sailboat and each set of teams races around a course shooting targets. And the team that shoots the most targets and completes the first wins, basically.
Oh.
Damn, I know Willow should come down here, but I kind of want to do that with Willow.
Yeah.
I know.
Maybe we should buy
My
them a
ears just
hat.
perked.
Yeah, exactly. Put those down.
Can't be seen with those here.
Luca nudges you. If no storm comes overnight, maybe tomorrow.
Maybe. We'll see how work is coming.
Hmm.
Speaking of which,
Let's go find some magic items. Oh,
spell
magic
components.
Spell
supplies.
components.
Yes. Magic supplies.
Yes. Cool. So that was for the 12 investigation was for the looking into the challenges.
Yes.
Do you want to roll a either investigation or persuasion check to try and find other equipment?
Gonna be persuasion for
asking
me.
around.
That's the only.
Yep.
That's better than my
Yep.
investigations. Well,
Yours is 7, right?
yes.
Okay.
So,
Mine is a measly 6, so I
Um,
guess you should
You could
take it.
Roll separate.
yeah, do you want to roll separate?
No.
No? Okay. Luca will just stand beside me looking pretty.
Yeah.
This is
See?
pretty
Why would I
poor.
roll separate? Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So the best place probably to look for like bulk spell components is going to be the junkyard,
Mm-hmm.
which is next to the Skyfire Tower. You
Is
can
that where
find
the
some
gunners
like
are?
yes,
Yeah,
Ones that hate
we,
me?
we did
Those
just
ones?
hear about that. We did just hear about that. Yes.
yes, you did.
Yeah, the gunners. The gunners that want to kill Fender. Those gunners. Yes, those are here.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was the other place?
You can also find some like just like common spell components. Probably, let's say up to a max of like 25 gold worth, and then it starts getting like cumbersome to carry.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is all just like mundane spell stuff that like
Right.
can be used, but it's not like the most effective use, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. I think Anne and Luca both agree we want to go with the most effective, time-efficient stuff since we are
Yeah.
under that deadline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say hi from me. Just kidding.
Walks up. Do you know Fender? Give me a discount.
Get the punch in
Give
the
you a
face.
discount on a knuckle sandwich.
Yeah.
I mean, you can try, but I fought 2 elementals yesterday and lived, bitch. So
Don't boast about that here. You will be in so much hot water.
I
I
was
know
in a
you
hot
won't. I know
tornado
you-
yesterday, but whatever.
Oh my god.
Okay, so
Go team.
you head over to the junkyard, which is actually titled the Flint Vehicles Workshop,
Oh,
which appears to be sort of like a dry docks, airship repair, elemental proving grounds, junkyard, mechanics workshop, maker space, all just
Okay.
kind of crammed together.
so it's my bedroom, is what I'm hearing.
This
Yeah,
is
it's
like-
Sarah's bedroom IRL.
Feels like
but
Lower
it's less
Sharn
pink.
10. It's like everything crammed together. Yeah. It's like home.
Yeah, so like basically like in a warehouse, and there's like it seems to be like pretty sparsely staffed, so it's like reduced hours, since the chief engineer is away on business. So
Who is the
only
chief
staff-
engineer?
Well, that'd be Doorbell Flint.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Flint,
I
right.
wasn't sure if you guys. I was gonna ask if you guys remembered like her surname. That's why I gasped.
What was it called?
Ah.
Something pretentious? Flint's
Vehicles
Pretentious.
Workshop.
Vehicles Workshop. Okay. Wow.
It's
that's
very
surprisingly-
not pretentious.
Yeah.
It's very functional.
Hmm.
So there looks like there's like a little sign out front that's like barter scrap material versus selling stuff by the pound. Also do wholesale of dragon shards and dragon shard like dust, that sort of thing.
Mhm.
And the like only people who appear here at the moment are a pair of half siblings, one human and one half orc. There's this half orc woman who looks to be in her like mid-20s, short but like pretty stocky and imposing build, like real mechanics pro wrestler looking
Nice.
gal, and a human man, early 30s, starting to lose his hair a little bit, stocky and like built like basically like a heavyweight boxer, who are like working on what looks like a sort of like half metal ballista thing.
That's a gun, right?
It's a big ass crossbow for
Yeah.
ship.
Right, okay. So yes, it's like basically a gun. A boat gun.
Ancient missile launcher designed to hurl javelins.
Hell yeah. Just
And-
like me.
Pointedly just avoiding that thing's aim. It's like it's probably fine, but I just don't trust my luck in front of it.
It's not loaded, but
I don't trust my luck.
it is.
I could load you into it.
Don't tempt
The
me.
size
I
of
just got
javelin,
glider
honestly.
armor, Luca. Do not give me. Do
Shoots you out
not
of a
plant
cannon.
this idea in my head. I'm having such a good day right now.
Yeet the
Okay,
end.
so yeah. So you head up to the like what is essentially like the front counter and like literally have to ring a bell to get somebody to come see you. Bjorn decides to not enter this place.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah, smart.
That-
Why don't you go
give
wait with
away-
the steed?
Yeah. May's gonna do some shopping of her own in the meantime.
Yeah, go for it.
So
Go get your graphic novels, sweetie.
yeah. Looks at the bookshop. Looks at jewelry. Buys a bubble tea, that sort of thing.
So valid.
The
Looks out
like
for a
that's the
smartphone.
energy of it. I don't
Yeah,
think
yeah.
she's. I don't know if they have bubble tea here, but
I don't think they have smartphones too, but it's just her energy.
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's so
Browsing
funny.
Twitter.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
she's wearing her
literally.
AirPods. She can't hear us.
Exactly.
She's done her work for today.
Yep.
She did one
so
spy
yeah.
today. Yeah, I ring
Pretty
the
good.
bell. Click.
Yep.
Ding.
It's not that kind of bell. It's literally like you ring a bell, like ding 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 ding,
Ding, ding, ding, ding, ding, ding, ding, ding, ding.
like a ship bell.
Oh.
Lucas seems a
Described
little
him
too
as a
excited
boxer.
to ring it.
Ding ding. Yeah, so the guy comes up and is like, "Hey, name's Cantal. What can I get you for?"
I have a list.
Okay.
Places the list down.
Okay. That's a lot of stuff there.
Yeah.
Well, you're free to look at our stock, but I don't know if we have some of the pricier stuff on there for you. You got a building project?
Something like that.
Squints at you a little bit. What is it?
I'm not really
As
the
he's, like-
technical type.
Make a little bit of a deception check, please.
Deception or persuasion?
I would say you could swing it either way.
Yeah? Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet. Sweet as. Oops. Take the first one. That's a 23.
Okay. Shrugs and then like leads you over to the stock. And you would like to make an investigation or arcana check to find the correct spell components
Yeah. I'll give,
in amongst these just like shelves of stuff.
yeah, I'll give it an
Are we in the
Arcana.
Bunnings?
Oh my God,
Kind
you're
of,
right.
yeah.
Yes.
You're in the junkyard. buddies.
Yeah. Yes.
Hey! Oh my god, cool.
You are such a winner
We're doing-
today.
Yeah, ends on a high
You're
today.
like, you are riding high. You
I released
get
I released
the-
my demons this morning.
Yeah, you know,
I'm unstoppable. I feel like closing the gate to hell has really given me a power trip that has not left me.
yeah, you know, valid. You just leveled up, baby. You're doing great. You like the champion. You've been having a great day. Aside from like the one fumble of needing to use inspiration.
Yeah, that's fine. That's low stakes
take
of
it.
everything, really.
Yeah.
Matching 23s, guys. Good job.
Well, thank you.
Cool. So, spend your fucking money on getting exactly what Willow needs.
How much is that?
It's 100 gold.
Okay. Do we have that in ship's fund?
I assume you're taking out of like
Yeah, we can take it
It's
off our money
the-
and then we'll
then
reimburse later.
transferred.
Yeah. So 50 each?
Yeah. I just imagine like Luca's looking around and just like scurries away, comes back to you with like some of the goods, scurries away, comes back to you with more of the goods, and
Pile on the
just
table.
piling it into Luca's arms
Yeah.
and onto the table, just silently.
I'm gonna say also on that 23, you can potentially find a dragon shard that would work for a homunculus core.
And like toddling along, stops, backs up, sees this thing, smiles.
What color is it? Very important. What color is it?
Aren't most dragon shards the same color?
Yes. Eberron dragon shards are mostly the same color, and then like
Oh, okay.
depending
Never
on what
mind then.
kind they are,
Mm.
they change.
Mm.
That's how you tell them apart, really.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Eberron dragon shards are
Cyan.
Nope.
Oh.
They are
Pink.
they're like a rosy red.
Yeah, I thought they were
sort of
red.
like-
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
so they're
pink.
like rosy to crimson.
Yeah. So
Is it like the
Yeah.
more saturated, the more magic?
Yes, the
Okay.
like the greater depth of color, the more powerful the shard is.
Okay,
Low grade
cool.
shards tend to be turned into dust.
Right. Okay.
So En shows up, holds the shard out to Luca. Hey, look what I found.
How much for this?
Oh, that's 100 gold worth. Easy.
You can't do any better?
Make a persuasion check?
Can I
I'm
help?
going to cast Emissary of Peace on myself before I do.
Happy 30s.
Yeah. So, persuasion check. Am I getting advantage from N, or is it just flat?
I mean,
God.
I said I would offer it if it's available, but I leave it to discretion.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
So,
you can. Yeah, tell me how you're giving Luca advantage.
I think En's like looking it over and just like kind of giving a face, like trying to. I don't know. It's not that vibrant. Is that a chip on it?
yeah,
I
I've
see?
seen more. Yeah,
Is
exactly.
that a scratch?
Does that work for you?
Roll. Make a check.
With advantage or flat?
With advantage.
Hell yeah.
Burden.
So that's +5. So 21, that's not the greatest.
It's like, look, I can cut you a deal with if you want a barge or something, trade in other materials, but otherwise it's straight up 100 gold.
Do we have materials?
Let me have a quick look. Did you guys want the Cinnabar? Shall we?
Would
Want some poison?
Hydra teeth be worth anything to this guy?
That might be worth something, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, what if we dump that on the table?
Teeth.
You and teeth!
How about these?
How many teeth do you have?
God, I swear I wrote this down somewhere. Yes, 3.
Okay, so 3 hydra teeth. It says, can cut you down to 92 with the teeth.
Looks at Anne thoughtfully.
And bounces.
Do you have any other materials?
I'm so rapidly going through my list right now.
How many Zorn teeth do you have left over?
Soap.
How many?
I don't really have materials.
Luca's got skincare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have
We
a
do have
chunk
the
of
Zorn teeth,
meteorite.
but like I have those. Eh? So why?
Oh, we found it when we were adventuring.
I have a chunk of meteorite. Why? I don't know. Are you a fallen star?
That was one of the like treasures from one of the harpy nests. It was just a shiny little thing.
Is it worth anything?
It's a pretty rock.
Okay. Then it's worth happiness to me, so nothing to this man. I really don't have any materials, I don't think.
I'm skimming through my captain's log. I don't think I have anything that I would have given you guys. I have poison rock from Warfred. I don't think our rocks are going to get us very far. I'm keeping N's rubies to use today. Keep in mind. Wait, you guys got 100 worth of spell components, and I have 50 back home.
Oh, in which case that you just spend a 50 instead of 100.
Okay.
But you guys could also.
Components.
I was going to say you guys could also boost. I guess every 100 gold we spend, I boost it by 10 DC. So, like, arguably, if you wanted to, you could still go.
Yeah, I think we're all fine with spending the 100.
We're on a
wicket.
We're on a
deadline.
crunch. Yeah, so we'll just
You can,
buy it all.
You can overcater, and I can figure out what to do with it. If you come back with 100 worth, and I have 50, then
Yeah.
I got 150 worth of spell components to go with. So,
Can I suggest we pay 90? I mean, we've already done so much business with you.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah. He's like squinting over and trying to see if there's anything on you that he would want.
Lucas stands and spreads his arms.
Don't do that.
You just gestured at all of me.
Got any weapons you want to trade in?
Does he want a knife?
I mean, he'll
Does
take a
he
javelin also.
Oh, just one javelin?
A couple would also do.
I can
How
give
much
you
is
like...
a javelin worth?
Yeah, give me that.
How much is a javelin worth, actually? Yeah, so three javelins, and you'll bump it down to 90. Plus the teeth.
Okay, valid. Okay, we're good with that.
Okay.
Cool. Do you gift wrap?
Gives you, like, a squint.
No, that's fine. I'll do it
Do
myself.
you need a bag?
Gives it to N.
As I am the bag.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Leaves you at it, and, like, goes around the corner. Give me a perception check.
Yeah.
Both of us or just...
Both of us, or
Any, if you like.
can I give you advantage?
If you want.
What's your modifier?
1.
Do you want to give me advantage? Since I could be +4.
Sure.
you're taller.
Yeah,
I am.
that's what it comes from.
Well,
Well, not
13.
that one.
yeah.
Okay, so it's not that hard to hear. Like, you hear Cantal call out to his sister Scoria and like ask about so about the race tomorrow, and then blah blah blah. They're talking about like weapon specs. So
Oh,
looks like
okay,
they would
fun.
be participating in the sharpshooter race tomorrow.
Nudges N. Looks like we just met the competition.
No, I don't seem so tough.
Yeah, you look like you could take them. Squeezes their arm.
You have no idea.
Let's go and load up the steed.
So, shopping completed very successfully. Well done.
Yeah.
Yay!
Woo!
Okay.
Are we
So,
doing those challenges today?
Oh, the hoop one.
Yeah. Are you? Or are you going to do it the next day?
Will there be a next day?
Honestly, the way Willow talks like at any moment now the ship might show up. But you
Can we take a look at the sky? Is there a ship approaching?
Make a perception check.
No advantage this time.
Is there any way for you guys to ask? No, it's pretty sus, but like, would it be known that the gunners are from the Storm Chaser? And would it be sus for them to ask? Like if it's a doorbell Flint, you know? Because then you guys are good at getting info from actually talking to people.
10.
Only I have to watch the skies. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Could we do like 10 minutes of information gathering to see if there's any indication if the Storm Chaser has like made any indication that it's going to be arriving soon? Like, you know, sometimes they will call ahead to get the dock ready, like if they have a spot, that kind of thing.
I'll take your 23 persuasion check and say that as you were chatting to Kantal and going through the stock, you found out that the chief engineer Doorbell Flint, that Doorbell Flint, the one on the Storm Chaser, is over in Regalport on business at the moment, and they're sort of expected to be there for maybe a month.
Mm-hmm.
Who can say?
I've heard differently. So yeah, I pretty much.
I don't know if you have.
Haven't I?
Yes, you have.
Yes, from Daria.
Daria heard, Daria said the Storm Chaser left.
Yeah, they're supposed to be there for a month.
Oh, no, sorry. I thought you meant Dorabelle might be there for a month. I don't know if she got left behind. She looks up and the Storm Chaser's gone. Daria knows before she does.
Your child's worst nightmare, you know, you go into a shop and you come out and your parents have left the parking lot.
The parent in this case is an airship.
Yes.
Maybe Orkan. No, Orkan wouldn't leave without saying goodbye. Like, not saying goodbye. Orkan wouldn't leave without...
Doing a head count. He seems like the type.
Calls him like, fuck.
So this is why I'm the helmsman and you're just the captain. Let me do my job.
Oh my god. That was so Luca. You're just the captain.
Oi.
Storm Chaser was due to be in Regalport for at least a month, or at least Dorabelle might be.
Okay. So he doesn't know anything.
Nope.
Quick moment with Willow, Luca, and N. If tomorrow comes along without storms, we'll come back and play some games, right?
Yeah, works for me.
But our priority now is helping Willow.
Yeah. We should get these back
We
to
can
Willow
have
as
fun
soon.
later.
Yeah, as soon as possible.
Yeah, okay, cool.
All right. You reconvene with Mei and Bjorn and head back up the mountain to the sundown. In the meantime, let's go see our mechanic in question.
Speaking of Willow Jenkins, aka Fender.
Yes.
Fender Bender. What was your surname? Fender Fenkins?
Fender, no surname. Fenkins?
No surname is a terrible surname.
Cat went by a mononym. Shut up. Cat went by a mononym. So did Reese.
Reese Green Reese? Yeah, he goes by a
Shut up! No one heard that.
Oh, Willow.
Oh, Willow.
I have many skills. Lying and names aren't any of them.
Yeah.
And yet, you keep putting yourself in a situation where you have to either tell lies or make up a name.
Hey, do I look like I wanted to be in this situation?
And yeah.
So, either Varys can give you the help action on your Tinker's Tools check, or Claptrap can give you advantage.
Tinker's Tools?
Yes, and in which case Varys will focus on, learning. This is for repair.
Okay, is this different to my Arcana rolls?
The Arcana rolls was just for the core, so this is like your physical repair.
Does this stack on top of the 24 I already have?
Yes.
Okay.
The Arcana roll was different because it was not just about repairing the core, it was making the core into a new thing, a dual core.
Yeah.
Which is
okay.
more theoretical than just the handiwork of repairing the ship.
Yep. So today's a lot of just the elbow grease moments.
Yep.
Well, in lieu of fish dog, I might make it Varys. I think Willow's going to be. Willow's thinking very much about getting this done before anything happens, but also like this is also Varys's lesson, so it's important to have him there. And best way to learn is, to be right up there with it, holding things in place and whatnot. So I'll roll with advantage. Oh, 17. Just narrowly missing that one.
Yep. 24 plus 17 is... You are up to 41.
I'm sorry, is your modifier 10?
Yes. It is now.
Goddamn.
So, you're like jittery today. You keep... I think, like, you are incredibly proficient. But you are off your game. In the sense of, like, you keep glancing up at the sky. You keep, like, there is, like, the scuffle of Claptrap in the background doing his own work. He is going to roll. Also a 17.
Oh, we are consistent.
Yep.
Actually, you know what? Oh, we're going to say something about Claptrap?
So Claptrap is like clanking around in the background, and every time you like hear something that even remotely sounds like the rumble of thunder, whether it be like a chair being scraped or like sheet metal being bent or anything like that, or like the sound of a hammer, you like perk and like sort of look reflexively towards the ceiling.
How annoying. Willow's getting aggravated with themselves. I can imagine Varys too, like noticing obviously that Willow's like looking at every single little sound. I will say as well, like when we boarded the Kraken Slayer by daytime, I don't feel like it set in the day before because we were victorious, tired, it was dark, but like reboarding my old ship it feels a kind of way. I think that's not helped with Willow's kind of off-kilter energy today.
Yeah.
Like, it looks different, but when I get to the nitty-gritty of, like, if I lay down on the deck and start working on stuff, it's familiar. It's that, like, constant sick feeling of deja vu. That's kind of been, like, just kind of twisting constantly, combined with the nervousness of, like, at any time, any moment now, It may not be any moment because it's unreasonable to think that he would speed all the way here, but, like, what if he did? In which case, like, I haven't finished yet, and it's like frustrating as well. The catch-22 of like, the more I worry, the worse I work. And I think like even a 17, which is reasonable, that's a decent amount.
Yeah.
And even Willow looking like so close, not finished though, frustrating. Nevertheless, they do try and explain things to Varys. I think there's a possibility of many spiels of like, Varys has to constantly draw them back from. Actually, can I do some kind of roll to see how much he's absorbing?
Sure. I'll do an intelligence check for Varys.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I kind of suspect that's partly my fault because I think Willow keeps zooming into jargon without thinking.
Yeah. He's doing his best, but he is like handing you tools and like holding things in place, and it is like his presence is sort of making up for your scatterbrained energy, and like you just find yourself like slipping really easily into the rhythm of working on an airship.
Yeah.
You know what you're doing.
Yeah. Just gotta do it faster.
You say that, but like you're making good progress. I'm going to say that we'll count half of Claptrap's check towards the total, which makes it +8, so you're at a total of 49.
That's so funny. Because if you guys come back with 50 gold stuff and we lower it by DC of 10, I'll be 1 off.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's fine. Yep.
Willow, that's good. That is very good.
Okay. I can kind of imagine Varys doing that thing, like he's handing tools and like just helping place stuff as well. He's very reliable. Very handy dandy.
he does not like. I think like by the time Yuzu sort of like calls you over for lunch, you can see Varys is starting to like need a little bit of a break in terms of like, ooh, that's a lot of information.
Yeah.
But he works diligently. It's just that like the second half of the day, he is just doing the work of like following your directions and is not absorbing it at this point.
I think at that point, Willow will dismiss him. So go have lunch, go rest. I'm still full from breakfast. I'll keep going.
Varys is like, no, you're going to take lunch when we take lunch, and then I will help you and you'll come back.
Willow like slowly looks over their shoulder at him. There might be like a squint of a glare behind their glasses.
Yeah, Varys is looking at you very flatly of like, you're going to do the thing.
Well, the place is down their tools. Sure.
You have a quick lunch. Just like sort of a sandwich situation, some tea with Yuzu.
I think it's
It's
clear
quick,
that
it's peaceful.
it's Willow's rushing in a way because they kind of give that urgent look to Yuzu, like, don't start talking. Like, do not start talking to me about things, you know? You know, that quickly, like, I don't want to be stuck alone with a conversation, kind of eating. Willow's not actually catty towards Varys, by the way. Like, as soon as they step away, they're normal. It's more so just being told what to do. Yeah. Willow's got that, please don't talk to me, please don't talk to me, please don't talk to me energy about Yuzu.
I don't think she does.
Okay. Mim's like, talk to him!
Yeah.
Sandwich
Yeah,
good?
and you just, sandwich is fine. It's probably like a fried tofu sandwich.
Okay.
I don't know if that'd be any good, but like Yuzu is on that. It's like whole wheat and tofu and like some greens. I don't know if that'd be good, but
Willow's got that, like, gotta hurry up and eat, takes the first mouthful. Okay. I'll take it slow.
what am I eating?
Like, belatedly, like, that's a textural, that's intriguing. I miss Bjorn.
Like, it's fine, but it's just a little bit
fine.
like squeaky, perhaps I would say. You know, like
Tofu's
when you
yum,
bite into a halloumi.
Yeah. Tofu's yum. Willow probably likes tofu. I just think they've never had it in a sandwich.
Yeah.
So it's just a bit like, okay, that's a choice.
That's like a whole wheat pita situation.
Right, yeah, okay. I will do my checks of everybody. I know I'm not, I don't know if I will. At least
No,
Varys.
I don't think
will
you
check
will.
on Varys, see if he's absorbing. Yeah, that's about right. 11. What to do next regarding Varys?
I rolled for him behind the board. As far as Willow can tell, Varys is doing great.
Okay, that's a troubling answer, Zeke. What the hell? Oh, I rolled in secret. He's fine.
If you asked him any questions, he would not be able to answer, but like as far as Willow can tell on the surface, Varys is doing well, being helpful.
Okay.
So you continue your work until the others arrive in the evening. I want to say that you guys come back around 5-ish, but the sun is still up, so like you've got plenty of time still in the day.
Daylight left.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Bjorn can cook a good dinner for Willow.
Yes. I think he's
Maybe
gonna make
tofu
stir-fry.
in a more conventional way. Yeah.
Yeah. Stir fry.
Yeah.
Spicy stir fry.
Oh, God.
Snow peas and so on.
Oh, yum. I was trying to think like any conversations that Varys and Willow might have had, but I didn't really think so. I think Willow's actively avoiding talking about the Kraken Slayer that they're standing on.
Yeah. Yep.
And that means they've kind of chopped
I
off any
think
other
like
conversation.
you've like buckled down to just like work.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you've made a good chunk of progress.
Yep.
So cool. Yeah, the others return victorious. And then Luca, how do you want to present your winnings?
Luca, obviously. Oh, winnings?
Can I say? Can I put Willow on top of the Kraken Slayer so I can see you guys coming, and then you guys like have to look up to see me?
Oh, yeah, that's cute.
Yeah, that alright, Zeke?
Yeah.
Functionally.
Sure.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'll be up there with Varys, or Varys can be down in the workshop if he wants to be somewhere more tame.
No, he's probably going to stay by your side because he's giving you advantage.
I feel like we're keeping the dragon shard concealed, but we can just show upon entry, show Willow the components we
Pile on the steed. We do that like Will Smith pose on either side of the steed.
Exactly. Like, look what we got.
Plenty of dragon shard dust.
Glittering elk.
Yeah. Willow whistles at that and leans over the side of the airship. Want to bring it in?
The elk?
Can it fit, Zeke?
Yep.
Can it?
With difficulty. It can fit on top of it, but like in the corridors is a little bit... Probably not.
Yeah, I was being stupid, but okay.
Vortex warp the steed on top of the Kraken Slayer.
Oh god. Were I not paranoid that we'd be fighting in like 2 hours, I would, but alas. Can I vortex warp the steed?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I'll keep that in mind for later.
It's a creature.
We'll come down and probably just help you guys like hoist it in. No point taking it back to the sundown if we're going to work on it here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you guys are invited into probably the empty hull underneath the Kraken Slayer.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, I
First
think this
time
might
stepping
be...
foot in here.
Yeah, first time ends in here for sure.
It does feel like the interior of a ship, just... You move around on the hull and it's like, oh, this is like... It feels a little bit floaty in a weird way. Like, once Luca steps inside and like leans against a wall and there's like a little bit of a like ominous wiggle.
Oh, no,
like,
no.
Like if you lean too hard against like the inside of an elevator where it's like, oh, this is suspended in a way. Like, oh, this moves way easier than it should.
So this is where you
like,
live.
could they have taken it down the mountain by sheer strength? Or, like, could they have transported it if it was, like, on a flat plane? Probably. It's not, like, that heavy. It's just big and unwieldy.
This is the same material as the chaos? Yeah.
A little bit, yeah. The ephemeral chaos has a little bit of sorewood in it.
Yeah.
Willow's gonna clap their hands together as they approach. Huge hall.
Thank you.
Did Bjorn come in with you guys?
I think he like popped his head in to say hi and then said, I'm gonna get started on dinner soon.
Yeah, cool. I'll wave him off. You guys gonna show me your spoils?
Yeah.
We got... Well, just as an end.
We maybe got a little something extra along with our haul. Looks like who's gonna present it? Who has it? Who do you think was holding on to it?
I think Luca would have wrapped it in a handkerchief. Because he carries one of those, so it's like got like a lacy edge, neatly wrapped in it. With a ribbon.
Fair maiden.
And a few of those beads and like ribbon that he bought earlier.
Yeah, and we'll be like, well, Luca, you have something to show a friend here?
Yeah. I have this for you. We have this for you. But I'm holding it.
Willow's got that politely hoping that you guys will, someone show it to me.
Well, I'm offering you my little package, my little napkin.
Okay. Yeah, yes, I'll take it. I'll open it. What is it?
It lovingly nestled inside is a dragon crystal.
Dragon shard.
Dragon
shard.
Yes. Who calls it a dragon crystal?
Willow's like, what the hell is a dragon crystal? Oh, a dragon shard. Oh, I see. To replace the little one.
I'll be lonely without him.
Of course. Where'd you find this?
there was a junkyard, I guess it's called, a vehicle workshop, they called it.
I know that's new. Yeah.
Yes. You passed by it when you were sailing in.
Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna insight check Luca when he says that. I rolled 820.
Wow. What should I do?
should roll a
Oh,
13.
he's holding something back, but he's doing it because he knows you need to focus.
Can I make an educated guess on what he's holding back? Could I?
Right.
I don't know if that's a thing I can go and guess about. I mean, I'll just ask, what part are you leaving out?
Looks at Ed. Oh no.
Dan's eyes flick over to you and has no idea what this is about.
Oh, well, it's Miss Flint's vehicle workshop, and
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Good to know.
And
she wasn't
people
there,
don't
was
want
she?
to kill you. No, she wasn't.
Oh, well, it's good to know. Who was it?
What were their names?
Scoria and Cantal.
Luca relays this information.
Make a history check, Willow. Do you remember their names?
Remember
Dude, is that
Callahan, so
disadvantage?
Yeah, like, do you know these people's names at all? Period.
Zeke, may I do this at a disadvantage?
Yes.
Wow.
Wow.
Please. No chance. I was actually going to say I didn't remember, but the dice say I do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm going to say? I remember. They had something to do with Dorabelle, huh?
Yep.
Or was it? I guess because she was mostly working on that side of things while I was managing the rest of the ship. I feel like I've probably heard her talk about them more than I've talked about them.
Yeah.
How's Willow feeling
Or
about
talk
that?
to them.
It's an unnatural 20. How does Willow feel about this information? You
Um,
can't beat me!
I'll just see. Anyway, Willow, you see a look of annoyance across their face, like they just remembered two people they couldn't be bothered remembering. Like they remembered names that they weren't bothered keeping in their mind. Yeah. But not annoyed at you in any case, just like, oh, them. Yeah, okay.
In any case, pushes the shard a little closer to you when you've got
Yeah,
some
it's
free
perfect.
time.
Thank you. Excellent. Fish dog will fly again, as will this whole thing.
How's it going?
It's not finished, but hopefully with that, Willow nods at the spell components.
yeah, imagine Ed's
Make
kind
some
of
more
unloading
progress.
some of it in the background.
I think Willow goes over, like, drawn by the sight of sparkly things, is like, good gets. At least they have a good stock.
Yeah.
That they do.
And they're... Luca smiles a little bit. You know, flexible with prices.
Ah, you haggled even. Good. I would have just... Doesn't matter. Oh. Willow in their mind, like, I would have just fucking stolen, robbed them blind.
Look, I'll get there one day, maybe.
No, it's good.
On something
honest
smaller.
Is ideal.
I already caused trouble in town, so I figured I'd keep that.
Oh, yeah.
What
Did you
sort of
tell
trouble?
Luca about that on the way up, probably?
Maybe a
Or-
little, maybe
no.
the edges of it. Like,
Yeah,
oh
okay.
yeah, I went to visit Beaumont.
Wink wonk.
Oh, wait, Anne said that's me now?
No, that's what En
No.
told Luca
Oh.
on the way back.
We had 2 hours to talk, so we probably chatted
Yeah.
about what we
Yeah.
did the day.
Yeah.
I showed off the clothes I bought for Varys, but not the ones I bought for myself. There's a secret until they're on my body.
Is Varys here?
Yeah.
Oh.
Nice hole.
Luca perks up, runs, gets another package. This one's probably wrapped in paper. Presents it to him.
Oh, thank you. What's this?
Just stuff.
That's very vague, Luca.
His clothes.
Ah.
Oh.
Oh, thank you.
We need to look sharp in the upcoming days.
Hmm.
Mr.
course.
Green. Ugh.
Green
Yeah.
wrists.
Green wrist. Never mind. Willow was going to say he looks sharp, but whatever. It's going to go back to the spell components.
A spicular type of sharp.
Beg your pardon?
Mm-hmm.
Bespicular.
Mm-hmm.
Green wrist.
Looking very spicular.
Is Varys going to open it? Because I'd also like to look at the shirt. Or the whatever. Jacket.
Varys says, should I open it now?
To you. Luca looks like he would like to watch Varys open it, so...
Okay, yeah, he opens it. What's inside?
I don't remember.
Luca cuts in.
Yep.
I forgot.
That's
I
Luca.
bought you a gift, but I don't remember what's in it.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
It's a nice blue tunic style thing, right?
That's you, bro. You bought it.
Yeah. And like, yeah, nice little blue tunic. It's leafy golden details on the collar.
Ooh.
Her braces made of leather around the wrist, and just a
Very
fresh
nice.
pair of trousers.
Oh, thank you. Always good to have those.
Yeah, it's not
Especially
green,
since
but
all of your
you know,
stuff got scorched in the fight.
yeah,
Varys says,
Yeah.
oh, well, thank you very much.
yeah.
Very kind gift.
It's blue leaf, not green. Don't tell anyone.
Varys always wears blue. It's his sea dragon colors.
It matches his eyes. It's very handsome.
All right. Well, I think it's late enough to take a break, eh?
Yes, I agree. Everyone, come inside.
I just got all the spell components.
Well, wants to pull an all-nighter.
You'll.
I'll eat dinner, but I will probably be coming back after dinner.
Okay.
All right, then.
Willow didn't say that out loud. Sorry.
Oh wait, are we alone?
Like
The
us four?
group is...
4 of us.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Hmm.
Uh,
Hmm.
Are you gonna say something, or can I say something?
You can say something.
Well, Luca
while I
thinks.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Luca's making his thinking face.
By the way, Beaumont's leaving in about a week.
Why?
Why do you think?
Because he's a criminal.
Because someone's been threatening him. Willow
Yes.
pats Anne on the head. It's not a head pat so much as a scruffle, like
Yeah.
with a stray cat. Yeah.
And giving you just like a sly smirk. It just leaves the ruffle because it really suits the style they've got going right
Yes.
now. I just wanted to get the opinion of the group before I made any moves on that front. Pretty easy to screw him over and snaps her fingers.
Hmm.
Was he nice? Luca seems like he knows the answer to that.
He had his customer service face on, and then he lied to my face about being beaten and threatened by Khorvaire.
Mm.
To your face?
Well, my stone face.
You a rock?
Ah, wasn't sure. Can never tell with Anne.
That's true.
I just messed up his day. So, by the time I got the message from him, he was pretty off his game.
Smart.
Speaking of message, another one comes through
Uh-oh.
Oh.
from Gurna.
Oh?
She replies, maybe it's not about him, but who you want me to snitch on. I'll drop Khorvaire no sweat, but there's other big fish around here.
Interesting,
Oh.
interesting.
She wants to go on a vacation to Orthos. She's not going to become an enemy of the Whisperers.
Don't worry, I haven't forgotten about that.
Are you, a friend of the Whisperer?
Not right now.
Is Anne wearing the That's So Raven just got a vision expression when they get the sending stone message?
Yeah, I think they have that, like, expression of like looking towards their pouch.
Hear back from someone?
Buena. Gairn. Apparently, if I can cut her a better deal, I'd be happy to leave Cobra Khan's employ.
Well, it seems a slight bit like, that she's... Like, of course, it's going to take a little while, but it's like, one of the things that Willow's thinking is, like, if Gerna could, like, let us know if there's someone there, then that would give me a better indication of whether I need to rush as much as I am.
She's not
But,
budging.
like, unfortunately, yeah, Willow's going to take that just with, like, a sort of a sigh of, like, that's not going to help. That's not going to be the angle where I get rest tonight. Like, that's not going to be a, woo, thank goodness, I know it's going to be another day, you know? No rest for the shifter. But Willow nods. They understand that this takes time, so. Oh well, so it goes. In the long term, she might end up being useful for other reasons.
I'll see, right?
Do I notice anything else in you guys? Any other treasures? Is En wearing their armor?
I was going to say En probably has the patch.
Yeah.
Oh, where is it?
Stuck
Where'd you
it
put
right on their jacket.
Yeah, it's on their jacket.
Oh my gosh, I think Willow's going to like sighing a little bit after the Gerna thing. They see the patch. And like Willow's like right up in front of you now. They're holding like your lapel and looking at it. No way.
Glances down, glances back. Oh, what, this whole thing? Yeah.
Question to Zeke, is this a participation thing or is this a I want it thing? Patch.
This is the participation thing.
Okay, Willow looks scrutinizingly at you.
And shrugs. Actually, you know what? How tall is the Sundown / the Kraken Slayer, and can I convince someone to let me get on top of one of them?
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's like the highest point is probably about 30 feet high.
Okay, that works. And it's gonna be like, hold on 1 second. I'm like scurry off to change over because I don't think they changed into the new armor because their glamored armor lets them change their clothes on the fly, which they like to do.
As a changeling.
Yes. So that's the downside of swapping out the armor. But they're gonna change out and get themselves on top of something high enough. Like, is it the Sundown or like the Kraken Slayer? Am I allowed to climb the Kraken Slayer?
I would say the Sundown is taller.
Okay. Well, I'll just Misty Step up there actually, so make it easy.
Yeah.
Since my climbing is no good, don't trust that.
We'll leave all the components behind and I'll follow you out to do whatever show you're going to do.
Yeah, I don't think you like N disappears basically because they scurried off ahead of you and then you can't find them for like a couple minutes. And then like, hey, I'm on top of the Sundown.
We're all looking up at you. Willow gives such a look of just like, oh, you're such a show off. Like, but I'll watch you. Arms folded.
Yeah. You're about to witness a record breaker. And then I'm gonna take the leap of faith, as it were.
Oh my god.
Yeah, use the armor to
can you
swoop
describe
down.
what happens with the gliding armor?
Yeah, so if you fall from a height of 10 feet or more, you can use a reaction to activate the armor's wings, granting you the benefits of Featherfall spell. So, yeah, I imagine as N jumps off, they activate the wings and just, as they pop out, they just kind of do a nice little swoop, graceful swoop down and land gently on their feet.
And can glide now. And has a flying speed.
I have a flying speed now.
Wow.
Pretty
Willow's
nifty, right?
impressed. Roll an insight check.
Everyone or just Dan?
Everyone.
Hell yeah.
And kind of goes.
And Varys as well.
And goes from like being a bit of a show off, but when they land, they're like doing little turns and looking excited.
Oh. Oh, I still win!
I got
Yay!
an 11.
Everyone won. Everyone can see. I think Varys saw Willow like not flinch, but like maybe flinch when N said record breaker. I think they all kind of like noticed Willow looking a bit like just a bit pointy. Not prickly, but they're just a bit pointy. They give a very stiff clap and then say, "Did you say record breaker?"
That's what I
Oh,
said.
no, you took their throne. You took their throne.
And looking at Willow like, what? What is it?
No, it's just funny.
What I do?
Is this my next victory in the prank war? Is that what I'm hearing right now?
Oh my god! How do I say this? I just got so itchy. You guys rolled pretty well on your insights. I will say that you can tell Willow has that kind of, and I took that personally, reaction to the idea of N having broken the high record there.
Because that means they broke their record, right? Say it. Say it, Mim. Admit to your record being broken.
Willow's gonna petulantly be like, "Great job, looks good, nice armor. Bjorn probably needs help cooking," and head inside.
And gives Luca looks like, well,
Yeah, I think you trade looks with like amongst each other, including Varys, of like, that was.
someone's a sore
it?
loser.
Yeah.
Oh my
Is
God.
that what it is?
It might come up.
Oh no.
let you and May talk or something over dinner about your record. Just keep talking about it, I feel like, in a Willow walk.
Yeah.
Just keep boasting, you shithead.
Which case, let's just like cut to dinner where like Luca and Varys both get changed and show off their little outfits just to impress the group of like, here's what we got at the shops.
Yeah. Hey,
Sort
Mom,
of
look
thing.
at my new shoes. Look how fast I can run.
And did that with me, and I was like, "Fuck you."
I was pissing off everyone today with my victory.
Kidding. Hey, Mr. Green Reese.
Wow.
There he is. Comes out looking all dashing in his little gold
New
threads.
tunic.
Actually, how does he? How like America's Top Model? How are Luca and Varys emerging?
Cover girl.
I think.
Put the bass in your walk. Head toe.
Well, Luca's doing that. I think Varys does the very normal, like, I've just come out of the changing room. What do you think?
Hey, and just a little applause.
Good fit. Nice braces.
Yeah. Luca's,
Gives a nod.
Whoever picked
Shows
those clothes
well.
out had a really good eye, Lucas says, popping up behind Varys,
He's in his new
touching his
clothes.
shoulders, turning him over. Yep.
Luca in new fashion?
Luca
Yeah.
is in new fashions.
What's he wearing?
Luca is wearing how do I even describe this? A very heavily embroidered pink vest over his black chest plate. And over top that, he has a one-sided robe with a very long, thick sleeve. And then on top of that, it has some of his regular black armor. And he's wearing like a teal kind of sash under a thick black belt that has fur detailing on the edge. And then notably on top of that, he has some beads hanging off his belt in very, very particular blue, orange, and red colors.
Varys
Oh,
gives
wow.
a low whistle.
Wow.
He's also wearing his new boots. His boots of elven kind.
the elven
Yeah.
kind.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
very
have like the
nice.
fold over top and lace up the front.
Cute.
Yeah. I thought I'd try some
Honestly-
patterns.
Yeah, very vibrant.
Willow gives Varys that kind of like impressed, like, yes, that is a good and dignified look. You look handsome. Good. And then Luca gets like that, you know that way that Willow's ears went like whoop with N's new outfit? Mm-hmm. But it does do a little bit of like a whoop. Like you have emerged looking quite whoa.
It's like, oh no,
Luca's,
he's hot.
Yeah, that's like I forgot, but like it's confronting, you know? It's like looking directly into the sun. Willow
he even has a little bit more skin on show, just a little bit. Like more of his arm.
That's not even the most audacious part, you know? Also, I'll put Willow back in their jacket for now. Just for now. Just so we can say that their ears are out, taking their bandana off.
Hell yeah.
So
is it the four of us alone for a moment?
I thought we're at dinner.
Can I have orchestrated that we're alone before dinner?
Oh.
Sure.
And in which case, Luca pulls a few of the beads out of his pocket and then ties them on end and Varys's wrists. Says, I've noticed that people around here wear the colors of their pirate crew, so I thought we should do the same.
Yeah. And like holds their wrist up and jingles the bells, essentially, like gives it a shake.
Very nice.
Willow literally was about to be like, oh, I don't get, oh, I am, oh. Okay.
So when the storm people see us, they'll know exactly where our allegiances lie.
With our captain.
Mm-hmm.
Aye,
aye. It's fine. My face is just in my hands. I don't know what to do about that. Willow internally has their head in their hands.
Good or bad?
Willow's, it's good. They're flustered.
Uh-huh.
They didn't even think of that. That's why.
I have some for you too, if you'd like. Pulls out another necklace for Willow's collection.
Yeah, Willow.
We might have overloaded the captain a little bit.
Why don't we go get ready for dinner?
Luca's feeling bold with his new V-neck. Relax. He puts on the necklace.
I'm feeling colorful.
Willow just shakes their head and heads over to dinner.
Luca gives everyone a thumbs up. Like, yeah, I did it.
Yeah, and grins at Luca. Good job.
And with that, we'll take our leave.
Yeah.